The following is a sports presentation of Q100.
Springs Valley High School football is all in the air. WFLQ Q100, the sports voice of the Valley, presents exciting play-by-play coverage of Springs Valley Blackhawk High School football. Tonight's game between the Springs Valley Blackhawks and the Tecumseh Braves, it's being brought to you by Smithville, now offering DSL and fast internet service to customers. Another way to serve you better. Sullivan Financial, Raymond James & Associates Investments, Highway 60 and 9th Street in Mitchell. Reeser Chiropractic in Paoli, the natural way to good health. Rolling Tire and Auto on the Boulevard in West Baden. Springs Valley Meadows, formerly Medco, Highway 145 in French Lick. 33 Brick Street, good food and a legendary atmosphere in downtown French Lick. And by Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company with offices in French Lick, Jasper, and Paoli. And now, Springs Valley High School football. Let's take you to the field of the voice of the Blackhawks, Q100's Mike Hamilton, color by Kevin Mills.
From Braves Field at Tecumseh High School in Linville, Indiana, this is Springs Valley High School football, where tonight the Hawks, fresh off their first victory of the year, a 44-22 thumping of Crawford County last Friday night in Marengo, take on the Tecumseh Braves, who come in with a record of 2-4. Hello again, everyone. Mike Hamilton being joined by Kevin Mills, as the Hawks do indeed look to make it 2 in a row. They'll have their hands full against a Tecumseh team that, despite their record at 2-4, has been playing very, very well. And we saw that in their 40-28 loss to the West Washington Senators last Friday night. Well, the Hawks were finally able to put everything together last week. They got off to a good start. They cut down, for the most part, in the early going on penalties, minimized their mistakes, and the result, their first victory of the season. And Kevin Mills, let's hope that kind of serves as a little bit of a springboard for this team as they head through the final third of the regular season.
Yeah, Mike, I really thought last week, the Hawks were able to put, 4 good quarters together, and I think, getting off to the good start and getting up, 12-14-0 early, and then to get a bunch of turnovers. We caused some turnovers. A little bit more of it, I thought, was our defense was causing it. Sometimes you get some turnovers where the offense just gives it to you, but we came up with some interceptions, put good pressure on the quarterback, and, we're going to need to do that tonight. I think Tecumseh, just looking at the roster, looks like they're a young team. Well, they got some great facilities here, Mike. It's really nice up here. And, Tecumseh in the past, they got a lot of tradition in football, and I'm sure they're wanting to get back on the have that winning edge. And, they got some young kids, and I'm sure it's going to be a competitive football game tonight.
Speaking of competitive, the series has been 34 meetings, and because Valley has won the last 3 meetings, they hold an 18-16 edge in the series. So it has been indeed close since this rivalry began. And as Kevin mentioned, a brand new field here. Instead of playing over next to the elementary school, I talked to athletic director Derek Pryor, and I asked him how long this new field was in the making. He goes, about 30 years. So better late than never. They have it now, and we're looking forward to it. The field is in immaculate shape, maybe around the edges a little bit soft. The parking lot's maybe not good until they get that all paved in, but other than that, an outstanding field, and the weather once again cooperating, should be in for a good evening of football. Tonight it's Springs Valley at 1-5, Tecumseh at 2-4. 2 teams from sectional 48 getting set to go at it. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach Mark Hammond and then Tecumseh coach Jeff Daming as our pregame report continues. This is Springs Valley High School football.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is the Springs Valley Football Report with head coach Mark Hammond as the Blackhawks go on the road to face Tecumseh. Coach, as we go back to last Friday, finally the monkey off your back, however you want to describe it, I guess, but nice to pick up that first win and also to do it in pretty convincing fashion.
Yeah, I tell you, like I said, you just wait, on a breakout moment like that, especially when you struggle a little bit. Again, nothing wrong with the teams we played, but I think, we've had enough talent on the field and played well enough at times to get that win. And like I said, we just had bad plays at the wrong times, a turnover here, penalty here that cost us, being right in it, right down the wire. So I think the kids, feel that a little bit, but it would definitely nice to go down to Crawford and, just kind of put it all together and come out and get up on top and just, like you said, kind of put it away early in a sense, and like I said, the kids I think played with a lot of confidence and played like they should have been playing all along.
And like the coaching staff has been preaching to the boys to get off to a good start, minimize mistakes, cut down on penalties. Now they know that they do that, and the results are going to be pretty good.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. I mean, we were kind of talking about that yesterday, just here at practice this week. I think the boys just seem a little more confident, sure of themselves, more sure of themselves, and that's something as a coaching staff you don't think about. We do our thing, our drills and talk about it and stuff, but sometimes you don't know how much that stuff weighs on a kid or young man's mind when they're going through that stuff. So hopefully, again, it's something that's going to get able to play with a little more freedom and a little more confidence.
Coach, as the season continues to unwind, especially from an offensive end, what I'm liking is the versatility from this team. And we've talked a few times about this. For the second straight week, I think you had 6, maybe even as many as 7 kids carry the ball. Of course, you got a chance to get your JV in there in the fourth quarter with the big lead. You can interchange Cole and Jackson there at quarterback, and you even had Drake throw a touchdown pass last week. But just talk a little bit about how that's helped what this offense has been able to do.
Yeah, I tell you, coming into the year, we knew we had multiple athletes that were potentially, a wing back or a wide receiver or quarterback or fullback. We just had a lot of interchangeable parts going into the season, and I think that also took them some getting used to, as well as the coaching staff getting used to being able to move those parts around. And that's something we want to do. Of course, if we have a kid that is just looking a lot better than another kid, we're going to stay with him, as we saw early when Jackson gets hot or Colby or whatever. We just find a weakness in the defense. We're going to try to make sure we attack there, but yeah, we're confident in all our backs, and we have 5 or 6 backs easily that we can rotate in there, and confident to give them all. I thought even Adam George don't get a lot of carries, but he did a lot with the carries that he got last week, and we really liked what he did blocking. So it's all encompassing and all that. And again, I think our offensive line, being together and they were together pretty much all last year. And now this year, they're just again, have had some good games, but hopefully starting to find their rhythm again this year. And
again, just you kind of answered my next question in that talking about the lines on both sides of the ball. Are you continuing to see good things there?
Yeah, I think just like always, you got to replace a few guys and components when you get on the defensive side or even offensively. Everything, the plays calling a little different and stuff. So the rhythm you get into, and that's why I was speaking, I think they're finally getting in the rhythm of what we're trying to do this year offensively compared to what we did last year. And then defensively, like I said, we're finding exactly where we need to get guys, and sometimes it just takes a while. You think you got this kid to plug in here and this kid to plug in there, but after you go through a few games, you realize, hey, that's a little bit of a weak spot, so we need to try somebody else there. And they both lines, I think, are doing a good job. I like to see our defensive line make a few more plays. Colton Reynolds having another great year. Cam Grandstaff's been stepping up. McCracken had a good game last week, but we need to have a couple more kids plug in and not lose a beat there. Nicky Jones has struggled a little bit off and on, but I'm hoping last year by about this time he was playing some of his best football. So we've been challenging him this week, and then again you got several other guys that we plug in, and hopefully we won't lose much. But offensively I feel a little better. Defensively, I hope this week's week we see them really make a lot of plays and get involved.
With the victory, the lingering doubts now gone, so the kids can move ahead, and certainly important because over this last third of the season, you're going up against three opponents that you could very well see once the tournament begins.
Well, Perry Central is not in there now. Sorry, but yeah, with Tecumseh and North Davies in the season, and Perry Central being a big conference game for us, that's where we need to really start playing our best football now. And with Crawford, that win there and doing it in the way we did it, not having to bite our nails all the way down to the last minute and stuff. I think again the kids realize that now. So last year it happened a game or so earlier. This year, like I said, I thought we played the first 4 games better than we did last year, but they wasn't getting the confidence they needed from that, because we wasn't getting the results on the scoreboard. So now that we got that result on the scoreboard and that one bad game behind us in Tell City, we're going to say, hey, all eyes forward and let's go see how good we can get before sectional time.
All right. Old habits die hard, by the way. Perry's probably for many years should have been 2A and they weren't, but at any rate, let's go over this Tecumseh team and tell us your thoughts about them.
Yeah, I tell you, Tecumseh, when you play Tecumseh, they're going to bring a certain style every year. They bring a spread offense type look most of the times, and then a defense that's going to have linebackers that usually a little bigger and blitz. They look to get you in different blitz schemes to open up holes. So this year's no different. They got some, couple really nice backs that hit the hole hard, and one back that has a lot of speed that can go the distance anytime. So we'll have to be on our toes defensively. The quarterback will run a little bit, he'll throw a little bit, but if we can contain number 3 and 43 out there, then I think things will be all right our way. And then offensively, we just got to settle down and see what they're wanting to give us. Make sure we're picking up those free blitzers, make sure we don't give anybody a free rush at us and get those negative plays that hurt us. So as long as we can do that and stay away from those penalties and turnovers and get off to a decent start, I like our chances tonight, of course. But Tecumseh is not a walkover team. I know a lot of people I've heard say, well, yeah, Tecumseh's not very good or they're this and that, but again, you can't look at it that way. We're as I told our kids, I think we're better than that, but we're a 1-5 team. They're a 2-4 team coming in tonight. So they're a team that is hungry as well for victory. So we're going down there. They got a new field, and it should be an exciting atmosphere.
All right. Coach, as we wrap things up, typically, has it been your experience that despite the long trip, the kids get off the bus and handle things pretty well?
Yeah, actually, you got some years and teams where it's like, man, they just dread the road trip. But the last couple of years, our road trips have been good. We had a long one last year over to Trinity Lutheran, and the kids reacted and responded fine. Eastern Green this year, the weather kind of took us away from that one. But last week on the road, the kids do a nice job. So I'm not too scared of this little road trip down here. I think the kids will get off and be ready to go.
All right, let's hope so. Coach, go out and get them tonight.
All right, appreciate it, Mike. Thanks a lot.
And this has been the Springs Valley Football Report with head coach Mark Hammond as the Blackhawks take on Tecumseh. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School Football.
Score big with the region's best internet deal for the best speed. Here's some great news. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or data caps. So if you're tired of reading the fine print on internet speed, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
Let's go. On the head coach of the Tecumseh Braves, Jeff Daming, now in his 8th year in Linville. And Coach, first of all, I got to say, very impressed by your brand new football field. Hopefully it's not been good to your opponent.
Hopefully you will excuse the mess. We're still under construction. We've got dirt piles here and gravel parking lots there, but when it's all said and done, it's going to be very nice. We're very fortunate to have it.
Tell us a little bit about how the season's gone through these first 6 games.
Not as well as we'd like, record-wise. Started a lot of, not necessarily young kids, but inexperienced kids. Of the 11, offense and defense, probably 7 of them really had no experience, varsity, other than some mop-up here and there. So we were a lot younger, probably experience-wise, and we probably thought, and it started to show. Last week against West Washington, I feel like we played our best game. Still had the loss, but we see the progress. That's all we want right now.
Has it caused you to make any changes or alter the way you run things, either offensively or defensively?
Probably we've just simplified a few things. We run what we run and do what we do. We think it fits our kids well. We haven't necessarily added this or added that like maybe we would have in the past. A lot of times you have that date when we get to here, then we'll do this. We're still fine-tuning the simple things that we do, and hopefully we're getting better.
I assume from your particular perspective, a good rivalry with Springs Valley?
Absolutely. You look at the record, it's either 500 or really close to 500 for the history of the rivalry. Enjoy playing Springs Valley. I hate that we're not up there because you guys have an awful good ribeye sandwich in the concession stand every year.
All right. Coach, what can you tell us about Mark Hammond's team?
They're physical. When you watch them on film, they're going to do 3 or 4 things. They're going to run the ball right at you. We're going to play a little bit of games with the 2 different quarterbacks back there. Don't really know when it's going to happen, but it'll probably happen. 19 throws the ball real nice. They have a solid running game, and they are physical and come at you on defense. So we'll have our work cut out for us tonight.
Any other keys that you haven't specifically mentioned?
Mistakes, turnovers for us. Still kind of a young team. We've got to get off to a good start. If we get off to a good start, then it should be a good ball game. I just don't want to see us hanging our heads in the first quarter.
I think I ask you this every year, and as we close things out, a team that you could see in the tournament here in a few weeks, I assume you don't worry about that and pull out the stops and try at all costs for a victory.
Exactly. We're playing to win tonight. I'm not worried about a trick play here or there. We're worried about that down the road. We want to get a W. Doesn't matter what we have to do it tonight.
Coach, as always, pleasure to catch up with you. Best wishes not only tonight, but on through the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, and you brought some pretty weather with us tonight.
All right. We'll take it, I guess. All right. That is Jeff Daming, the head coach of the Tecumseh Braves, joining us prior to tonight's game. As the Hawks take on Tecumseh, we'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Before we get underway with tonight's Springs Valley football action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Catch all the action of Blackhawk and IU sports on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Mike Hamilton along with Kevin Mills here at Braves Field in Tecumseh. Hawks and Braves getting set to go at it. Tecumseh won the toss, deferred. Valley will get the ball. They're in white. Tecumseh's in red. Valley will move right to left here in this first half of play. Is getting set to kick off for Tecumseh is Dylan Simmons. And it's headed downfield, picked up at the 10-yard line by Colby Lowe. Looking for running room, tries to break to the outside, and as it gets out over the 20, he is tripped up and will go down there. And that's where the Hawks will begin with the first offensive series of the contest. It'll be Cole Cooper, the quarterback, at 155 at a senior. He'll have in the backfield Colton Dickey, 155 at a junior. The wings are Colby Lowe, 155 at a senior. Jackson Land at 165 and a senior. The split in, Jordan Curtis, 165 at a junior. And the flankers, Amon Acuff at 185 and a junior. The ball at the Valley 23-yard line as the Hawks We'll start with the football. Out of the pistol formation. Cooper takes the snap, looks for running room off the right side, stumbles out over the 25 and gets it up to about the 26. It'll be a gain of 3, second down and 7.
Yeah, Mike, they had him spread out there, and they just had a direct snap to Cole, and looked like he was going to get about 5 or 6 yards there, and they got tripped up right about at the line of scrimmage, fell forward for a couple yards.
Ball out at the 26, second down and 7 after the 3-yard gain by Cole Cooper. This time Land and Acuff split wide of the near side. There's the screen pass caught by Jackson. Tries to break to the outside at the 25, and that's about it. That is because coming up from his quarterback position was Tristan Durnell and made a nice open field tackle. Only a gain of a yard on the play. And even though the pass completed, the Hawks looking now at a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, Mike, I just step back pass there, and it's he was open there, just a little slow developing, and he tried to make a cut to the outside, Jackson did. A good open field tackle there. Tecumseh's got some pretty quick kids. They're not great big, but like I said, they seem to move pretty well to football here early.
In motion, play action. Here is Cooper, fires over the middle. He's got his man. That's Jackson Land for a 1st down, out over the 35 and up to about the 37-yard line. And that time, Valley's offensive line gave Cole Cooper all sorts of time to throw, and he had plenty of time to find Jackson over the middle. It is good for 11 yards and a Springs Valley 1st down.
He did a good job there, Mike, of looking off his main receiver and caught Jackson coming across the middle. A nice play, about 10, 12-yard gain.
All out to the 38 now, 1st and 10. It's Curtis splits wide of the near side. Land and low, the slot. In motion is Colby. Ball loose, picked up by Cole. He's looking for running room. Dodges a couple of tacklers, and then he's going to go down for a loss of about 3. So a miscommunication to the backfield there. I'm not sure if he was looking to hand the ball to Cooper or to Colby or not. But at any rate, it's going to be a loss of 2 yards on the play, and now the Hawks looking at a 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Mike. I'm not sure he's ready for the snap. Everything looked a little, a little off balance there, and they just missed the handoff, it looked like.
2nd down and 12, back at the 36. In motion is Land. He gets it on the counter play. Big hole up the middle, up to the 40, 45, and he'll be close to the 1st down, up at around the 47. They're going to say his knee touch back at the 47, but the Hawks using the counter for the first time, and it works well. It gets them 11 yards, so they go from 2nd down and 12 to 3rd down and 1 on Jackson's first carry of the night.
Explosive guy. Counter is nice. Must have been some nice blocking up front there, Mike. The hole was open, and he hit it in there quick, and a good gain. Put it back on, 3rd and 2. That's, very manageable.
Cooper up under center. Takes the snap, hands off. Colton Dickey driving forward, and it's going to be close. It looked like from here, and we're looking straight out at it, that he did pick up the 1st down, but the officials may want to go ahead and measure. We'll see. Valley's offensive line, the left tackle, Nick Jones, 280 at a senior. Nate Hamilton, the left guard, 175 at a senior. The center, Camden Grandstaff, 205 at a junior. The right guard, Caleb McCracken at 185 at a junior. And big Colton Reynolds, 280 and a senior, is the right tackle. And they do say that Colton did get just enough for the 1st down. So the chains move. Valley's 2nd 1st down here on this drive, and now they have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, the officials are more like the pros now, Mike. If it's close at 1st down, they don't very little measurements anymore.
Hand off to Jackson Land on the counter, and again he finds some good running room. He has to be pulled down from behind. That was Spencer Boozy that did that, but again a nice gain. That counter is working, and those guys up front opening up some holes. The carry is to the 46 of Tecumseh, so Valley into Brave territory. It'll be a gain of 6 to set up now a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Mike, Valley's running over the left side of the line there. Looks like it's Cameron Grandstaff and Camden Grandstaff and Nick Jones.
2nd down and 4. In motion is Curtis. Jordan gets it on the counter right. Slips through a hole, and it looks like he's going to have 1st down yardage. as he falls forward down to about the 41-yard line. Now they're going to say forward progress to the 40. So Jordan carrying for the first time as he becomes the fourth back to carry the football. He'll get 6, and that's good enough for yet another first down. So the Hawks methodically moving the ball downfield. They're into Tecumseh territory with another first down now at the 30-yard line, or at the 40-yard line. Out of a pistol, handoff, Curtis again, big hole up the middle. Still on his feet, taking defenders with him for first down yardage inside the 30, down to about the 29-yard line. Again, a hole big enough to drive a Mack truck through, and even after Jordan was hit, he carried 2 or 3 defenders with him. That's a 12-yard pickup for Mr. Curtis, and yet another first down as the Hawks continue to move closer to, the Tecumseh goal line. On first down and 10, here's Cole Cooper keeping the football, and this time doesn't have anywhere to go.
Mike, it looks like the holes on both sides of the line are coming off tackle. Just we were running left there, then we had some nice holes to the right. And Jordan Curtis has been based about the last 2 or 3 weeks getting more carries, and he's got a burst of speed and getting better at carrying the football. So that'll help the Hawks here second half of the season there.
No gain on that quarterback keeper. Second down and 10. Land in motion on the counter, looking for running room. Spins away from one defender, but he'll run into 2 or 3 more after a short pickup. Now the Braves starting to smell out that counter play a little bit. Sometimes you can go to the well once too often. They'll spot the ball back. We'll go ahead and call it the 25. It's probably closer to the 26, so give them a gain of 3. And now the Hawks are looking at a third down and 7. They took the opening kickoff. We're past the halfway point of this opening quarter, so this drive 6 minutes plus right now.
Mike is tackled there by number 54. His last name is Boothie. That's a very familiar name in this area.
It is. In motion is Curtis. Hand off to Jordan, trying to get to the outside, and a flag comes down, probably in the area of holding, which has been a season-long problem for this offensive line, and it is indeed a holding call. I don't think Jordan got the first down, but he would have set up about a 4th and 3. Instead, it's going to be third down and long here again for the Hawks.
Yeah, Mike,
those penalties rearing in their ugly heads, and Hawks have got to figure out a way to keep those to a minimum. They had 61 yards in penalties last week.
When you run the counter, Mike, your linemen get out there in front. Well, if they get their hands out, it's easy for the officials to see it. Looked like we were going to have a 4 or 5 yard gain. Now we're 3rd and 16. So
probably back to the 35. So it is third down and 17. In motion is Land. Back to throw is Cooper. Cole flushed out of the pocket, looks, and he's going to be hit and goes down at the 38. Tried to get around the corner that time, and nothing doing. As again, the Braves able to smell that one out. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play for Cooper. So it'll go as a sack back to the 39. So it'll bring up 4th down and 21.
Probably a good time to punt here, I would.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, field position important here, and you want to try to send Tecumseh back. So Hawks will have had possession for the first 7.5 minutes, but they will give the ball back here. Oh, and a horrible kick for Cole as he shanked it off the side of his foot and scoots out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. See where they mark the football, and it's going to give Tecumseh much better field position than what they would have originally figured. It looks like they'll spot it at the 33-yard line. It is. So, boy, not a good time. 6-yard punt for Cole Cooper.
Yeah, he had a good snap, and everything was set up to really pin him back, and just got it off the side of his foot.
So here come the Braves. They're going to throw on first down. Screen pass to Travis Parker out of the flat, looking for running room. Might pick up a yard or 2. Griffin Tooley is their 175-pound junior quarterback. The running backs are Travis Parker, 175 at a sophomore, leading rusher on the year. Weston Stamps at 195 and a senior. No huddle offense, ball snap back, and they hand off to Parker again on the 2nd and 9. That pass play to Parker got 1 yard, and this one gets a yard as well. So just like that, 3rd down and 8. The flankers, Blake Miles, 145 at a senior. The split end, Sean Ruiz, 145 at a senior. The tight end is Skylar Golden at 180 and a senior. This time the Braves 2 huddle up. They've got 4 wideouts, 3 to the near side. Ball snap back. Back to throw is Tooley. He'll throw it out on the flat, and the pass is incomplete. It was intended for Travis Parker, but it looked like Travis started upfield, took his eye off of it momentarily, and the pass incomplete, and it'll be a 3 and out. And if you're Valley's defense here, Kevin, that's exactly what you wanted on their first possession of the night.
Yeah, they were able to, turn that punt around real quick, and good job defensively. It looks like our front line, defensive line, is going to really be able to handle things up front. It's just starting out bad.
Oh, Hawks did not have a rush, and Simmons bobbled the ball, and then he gets off a terrific punt, and it will head down and be down by Tecumseh around the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Boy, Valley had a rush coming. That ball was scooped up off the ground by Simmons, but Valley had nobody coming, so he had plenty of time to get off the punt, and they'll spot the ball at the 35. That's the spot of first touching, but the ball actually rolled dead up at the 37, so the official should have marked it up there. So
he definitely touched it.
Valley, yeah. So they'll start from the 35-yard line. It's a 30-yard punt. On 1st and 10, Colby Lowe trying to get to the outside, looking to use his speed, but just can't quite get out there. And he will go down after a short gain. So Colby carrying for the first time. He becomes the 5th back. And he'll actually pick up, like I say, his forward progress after the 38-yard line. So a gain of 3. It'll bring up now a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Mike, I think you're right. I think they're starting to get a little used to the counter play. And if we could hit the fullback, because they're making a fake to the fullback, get hit him up there and there, keep him honest.
Counter play, Jackson led. He's got a big hole. Squirt free. He's almost got himself into the open. He had to be dragged down. Making a touchdown-saving tackle was the safety, Skylar Golden, but again, the Hawk offensive line opens up a huge hole, and Jackson Land on that counter powers his way through all the way down to the Tecumseh 37-yard line. It's a gain of 25 on the play, and the Hawks back into Brave territory.
Mike, I don't really think Tecumseh is going to be able to stop Valley. Just if Valley can stay away from the penalties and any turnovers, I think Valley's going to be able to move the ball.
Low in motion, gets the handoff, and his run cut short as he ran smack dab into Josh McKinley. Gain of maybe a yard or so. We'll call it to the 36, 2nd down and 9. It's a 4-3 look for Tecumseh. Their tackles are Barron Jones at 257 and a junior. John Jackson, who is a senior, at 235. Weston Stamps, one of the ends, at 195 and a senior. And Josh McKinley at 235 and a senior. Ball snap back to Cooper. Hands off to Jackson Land. And he's able to squirt forward for 4, maybe 5 yards. Nice run again by Jackson, just following his blockers well. And we'll carry it down to, we'll call it the 30-yard line, a gain of 6. So the Hawks looking now to 3rd down and a long 3 already. Jackson Land up to 51 yards in rushing.
Looks like they're blocking down and kicking the end out, and that's where we're having our success, it looks like. And
Curtis in motion on the counter right. He's got the first down as he just bowls his way off the right side. And the Hawks will pick up yet another first down. That is already their 7th first down of the ball game. That one goes for 7 yards down to the 23-yard line. And Jordan Curtis, that's his 3rd carry now. He's up to 25 yards. The Hawks already almost up to 80 yards in rushing right now. Final minute of the first quarter, no score. Hawks on the move. And off Jackson Land again. Oh, big counter play. Breaks to the outside. He's to the 10, 5. And does he get in? Yes, touchdown, Springs Valley. Oh, my goodness. That's the best counter play the Hawks have run all season as everybody blocked left and Jackson cut right, broke to the outside, slipped one tackle about 5 yards downfield, and then powered the rest of the way in. A 23-yard touchdown scamper for Jackson Land, and the Hawks are on the board first with 48 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. Now Valley will go for two. In motion is Curtis. Back to throw is Cooper. Throws it into the end zone, and he way overthrows his intended target. Looks like it was Ammon Acuff. Ammon kind of stopped there in the end zone, and
I think Cole thought he was
Cole was trying to lead him a little bit.
Cole thought he was going to be in the back of the end zone, and I don't think Ammon for sure the ball was coming to him.
But the Hawks are on the board first. Time out of the field with 48 seconds to go, opening quarter on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. 6-0 Hawks. From Tecumseh High School, back with more Springs Valley football right after this.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Josh Futuri kicks off, and it bounces, picked up at the 19-yard line. And grabbing it here for Tecumseh is Blake Miles, and Miles gets upended as he gets it out over the 30-yard line up to about the 33. Again, the Hawks coverage a little slow as Miles bobbled the ball a time or two before picking it up. So the Braves have it now, 1st and 10 at their own 33.
Well, Mike, Tecumseh only ran 3 plays this first quarter so far, so with 30 seconds left almost.
Out of the shotgun, Thule takes it, inside handoff to Travis Parker, and he's not going to go anywhere. That's because Adam George came in from that linebacker position, shed his block beautifully, and nails Parker back for a loss to the 31-yard line. It'll bring up now a 2nd down and 12. Valley with Colton Reynolds and Nick Jones, both 280-pound seniors to tackles. The ends, Caleb McCracken, 185 and a junior. Camden Grandstaff at 205 and a junior. Adam George, one of the outside linebackers, 170 and a junior. Drake Terry at 175 and a senior. The inside linebackers, Ammon Acuff, 185 and a junior. And Justin Shipman at 195 and a senior. We'll get to the secondary when we come back, but for Tecumseh, that's it. They will not run another play as we come to the end of the first quarter on the Fast Eddie scoreboard after 1 from Tecumseh High School in Linville. It's the Hawks 6 and the Braves nothing. Back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
A message from Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lick.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lick, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
What's better than enjoying a fine meal at 33 Brick Street in French Lick? Savoring each mouth-watering bite on their outdoor patio and courtyard. Enhance your 33 Brick Street dining experience by taking in the open air during these warm months. Their patio and courtyard, featuring a fire pit, is perfect for special occasions or events, including wedding receptions, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. They can even design a special menu for your event. Make your reservations by calling 33 Brick Street at 936-3370. That's 936-3370. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, good food all in a legendary atmosphere.
Officials have him ready to go on the first play of the second quarter. A screen pass caught by Sean Ruiz, but his knee touched, so he loses 5. 3rd and 17 as Dooley fires over the middle. He's got his man for a first down. As making the reception is Skylar Golden, still on his feet. Hawks can't bring him down. Now they finally will gang tackle him, but not before it's a first down. So Griffin Tooley hitting his big tight end, Skylar Golden, 6'3", 180, and a senior, and that's good for 18 yards out to the 48. So the Hawks had him pinned back, but they let him off the hook, and Tecumseh finally gets their first down.
Yeah, they caught him going across the middle, and that's the first real positive play Tecumseh's had offensively. A real good pass, a good pattern.
4 wideouts. Lone setback is Travis Parker. He's got a big hole off the middle. Flipping tackle, still on his feet. He refuses to go down, and finally, before Jordan Curtis brings him down, Travis Parker well into Valley territory to the 31-yard line. A gain of 21 on the play.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, Tecumseh has come out like gangbusters to start this second quarter. An 18-yard pass to Skylar Golden, and then Travis Parker with a 21-yard scamper, and the Braves in Valley territory at the 31.
Ran it right over top the center, Mike. A nice hole.
Stamps the lone setback, handoff to Stamps, and this time he has stood up. Boy, waiting for him right there was Colton Reynolds. Also getting off the pile that time was Caleb McCracken. It'll be a, let's call it no gain on the play. It'll bring up now a 2nd down and 10. We gave you Valley's front line and their linebackers. Their secondary, Jackson Land, 165 at a senior. Cole Cooper at 155 at a senior. And junior Jordan Curtis at 165 is the safety. 2nd and 10 Braves. Dooley takes the snap, hands off to Stamps. Big hole up the middle. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. All of a sudden now the Braves starting to open up some huge holes as Stamps, their power back at 195, rumbles down to the 15. That's a 16-yard pickup. And now the Braves are in the red zone as they look for the tying touchdown here early on, second quarter.
Mike, he's getting ahead of steam. Both backs have, and boy, they're going to have to close that down the middle.
3 wideouts. Again, it is Travis Parker broke a hole at the line of scrimmage. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. He fumbles the ball, but I think he's able to fall on top of it at about the 3-yard line. But all of a sudden, the Braves have stepped up their offense, and that's a 12-yard run down to the 3, and it's 1st and goal for the Braves there as they look to tie up this football game. 9:25 to go here in the first half on the Fat City scoreboard.
Mike, they're spreading this out, and they're just running straight up the middle with it. I think they're going to come right back with it. Our linebackers are going to have to feel. They're back in the end zone. They're going to have to come up tighter.
Parker the lone setback, and on the option play, it is Cooley that will keep the football, and he's able to take the handoff, run around left end. He's into the end zone, and Tecumseh, just like that, has tied up this football game with 9:07 to go here in this first half of play. Boy, it looked like Valley was just dominating on both sides of the football till this second quarter started, Kevin, and now all of a sudden the Braves look like gangbusters here.
Yeah, we didn't, Mike, after they didn't have a positive play there, and then they ran off about 6 in a row, and like you mentioned, they every play, 15, 16 yards.
Dylan Simmons on to attempt the extra point. Tristan Durnell to hold. The ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And just like that, the Braves have the lead. Time out of the field, 9:07 to go first half on the Fast City scoreboard. It's now Tecumseh 7, Spring Valley 6. Back with more Blackhawks football right after this.
Hi, this is Lynn at Reeser Chiropractic Center. The shopping is done. The kids are back in school. Football's just starting. Mom, you need a break. A time just to relax and unwind. Call for an appointment with one of our board-certified massage therapists and let her help you get back into shape. But if it's not just sore muscles, you will want to see Dr. Lolita. She has your back. For your appointment, call 723-2277. That's Reeser Chiropractic Center. We'll be waiting for your call.
This is Springs Valley senior running back Colby Lowe. Now back to more Blackhawks football with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
Well, after Valley scores the first touchdown of the ball game, the Braves waste no time in getting the scoring the tying score on a 3-yard Griffin Tooley run, and then Dylan Simmons breaks the tie with the extra point. The Braves now, with 9:07 to go first half, have a 7-6 lead. Valley now in the second quarter, moving left to right, end over end boot. It'll be fielded by Adam George at the 24. He's out to the 30, to the 35, trying to get it to the outside, and he's tripped up at about the 36-yard line, so a short boot. And it was Adam carrying the football. And now we'll see how the Hawks respond here, Kevin, after giving up Tecumseh's first score of the contest.
Yeah, Mike, it looked like the first quarter, of course, the Hawks dominated, and we only had 6 points, but it looked like we were total control of the football game, and it took only 3 minutes for Tecumseh to get back in it, and now the Hawks are going to have to drive the football again and keep control of it, and we're going to put some points up.
From the 37, first down and 10. In motion is Jackson Land, looking for running room, trying to get to the outside. His normal route on that counter play to take it up to the middle, that was sealed up. So undoubtedly the Braves making the necessary changes. Jackson did manage to get 3 yards after the 40, so it'll set up now a second down and 7. Six carries 54 yards now for Jackson Land.
We mentioned, Mike, the weather is perfect tonight for the players. You know, they're going to cool 65 degrees.
Right.
Perfect weather. So the kids will, the players are going to be able to go both ways without any problem tonight.
Curtis splits wide to the near side. On the handoff, it is Colton Dickey, and he's not going to go anywhere. May have been a draw play that time. Actually, it was Jackson Land carrying the play. It was Colton. Very slow in developing, and that will go for a loss of 3. So they lose the 3 that Land gained, and now Hawks looking at a third down and 10, and you can just feel that momentum shift right now.
Yeah, their defense, I'm sure they're looking for a pass now. They've got Jackson split out to the left, and Jackson's in the backfield.
He's in motion. Back to throw is Cooper. Looking, firing it downfield, and it's over the head of Amaneka. First incomplete pass of the ball game for Cole Cooper, who again, through a perfect spiral, but just still having a tendency of overthrowing his receivers. So fourth down, and the Hawks have no choice but to punt the football away.
Yeah, Cole's got to get a good punt here. We got to get him back.
He only had a 6-yarder the first time. Let's see how he does here. And again, not very good. And it's going to hit and take a bit of a Springs Valley roll inside the 35. But we've seen Cole kick the football much better than that.
Yeah, he's not getting a spiral, Mike. He's catching it just almost just right off the side, or just going end over end straight up.
So the Braves will start where they did last time on their touchdown march, their own 33-yard line. That was an 8-play, 67-yard drive in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. So let's see if the Hawks can slow this Tecumseh team down here
we got
a little bit.
Colton Reynolds and the Jones boy, we're going to have to stop that middle stuff early.
Shotgun, handoff to Travis Parker. Flip the tackle in the backfield, but then as he tries to break to the outside, Drake Terry gets over from his linebacker position to make the stop. Only a yard gain on the play for Parker. It'll bring up now a second down and 9. The offensive line for Tecumseh, the center is Barron Jones, 257 and a junior. Josh McKinley, the left guard, 205 and a senior. Right guard Spencer Boosie, 235 and a senior. John Jackson, the left tackle, 290 and a junior. And senior Dennis Knox, 225, the right tackle. Second and 9, Braves at their own 34. Tooley takes the snap, hands off, and there goes Griffin. Breaks to the outside, flips the tackle, spins away from another one all the way down to the Springs Valley 40-yard line. And the Hawks now are being dominated on the line of scrimmage as Parker just barreled his way through all the way down to the Valley 41. That's a 25-yard pickup on the play, and the Braves are back into Springs Valley territory.
Boy, Mike, they're just snapping it to the quarterback, and he's just handing off to Parker.
Yeah, nothing fancy at all.
It's straight ahead, and he's quick. Once he gets in open field, he's going to pick up quite a few yards. So we're going to just got to close that down. Linebacker's going to have to feel a lot better.
And off to Weston Stamps this time, and he is stacked up after a short gain. Maybe got to the 40-yard line. Second down and 9 upcoming here for the Braves. Down to 6 minutes remaining, first half. Braves with a 1-point lead at 7-6. The only difference, the extra point by Dylan Simmons.
A fast half, Mike. We're almost...
4 wideouts, 3 to the far side. Stamps the lone setback, play action. Thule keeps the football and gets tripped up. Nice job there for the Hawks by Justin Shipman. He penetrated through there and just got a hand on Thule and tripped him up. He still picks up 5 on the play. So it'll set up now a 3rd down and 4.
Mike, that could end up giving us some problems. If he starts keeping the ball after faking the Parker there, that could really get the defense off balance. Let's see how much they want to run their quarterback.
Now Parker and Stamps in the backfield, out of the pistol, handoff to Parker, trying to get to the outside, and this time he gets tripped up. Oh, what a job that time by Camden Grandstaff to come barreling in from his defensive end position and nail Parker almost as soon as he got the football. It's a loss back to the 38-yard line. So now the Braves are looking at a 4th down and 7. And they're in 4-down territory. They're going to go for it. Last time, on a key 3rd down, they threw the ball to Skylar Golden. He split wide to the far side. 2 wideouts to the near. Stamps the lone setback. Thule dropping back to throw. Big rush. Fires it downfield. And he overthrows his intended receiver. That was Blake Miles. Down close to 1st down yardage. So the Hawks have held for the 2nd time tonight. And will get the ball in pretty good field position. So Jeff Daming electing not to.
Ken Valley back.
Right. So Hawks will start now from their own 39-yard line with 4:34 remaining. And ideally what you'd like to do here, Kevin, is take the ball downfield, punch it into the end zone, and not give Tecumseh any time to score. And off Jackson Land, and again, nothing doing. Valley going to that counter one too many times. They're going to have to figure out some other plays here because all of a sudden now they're not fooling this Tecumseh team. No gain on the play there for Jackson, 2nd down and 10.
I think their 2 ends, Mike, are starting to pinch down tighter and either plugging that hole up and giving their linebackers time to field. You know, just got to do a better job blocking, and you'll have to mix the plays up a little bit.
In motion is Colby Lowe. Slips through a hole on the right side. Again, the counter right. And he'll pick up about 6 yards up to the 45-yard line. Colby's 3rd carry of the night is best by far as he gets 6. So it's going to set up now a 3rd down and 4 for Valley at their own 45. Down to 3:35 remaining here. And what you said, Kevin, a very fast-moving first half of play.
3 or 4 passes.
As far away from home as we are, I don't mind that at all.
No. And time change.
Let's see if the Hawks can convert. They will. Jackson Land gets it, still on his feet, driving forward, crosses midfield and all the way down to the 45-yard line. It looked like he was hit behind the line of scrimmage, somehow squirted free, and is able to stumble his way all the way to the Tecumseh 44-yard line. It's going to be an 11-yard gain on the play, and Kevin, I don't see how he managed
I don't
to
either. That was
escape
just
that.
one great individual effort. They had him in the backfield for at least no gain, and he's able to pick up 8 or 9 yards out of it. So just a great run.
So a fresh set of downs for the Hawks now at the 44 of Tecumseh. This time Cooper up under center. And some movement there. Did Cole draw Tecumseh offside? And yes, they did. They're going to call encroachment here on the Braves. So that'll give Valley 5 yards. He'll take it up to the 39 now. So it'll be a 1st and 5 now for the Hawks, and certainly a little more to play with. Hawks have all 3 of their timeouts. As the clock continues to run, we're down to 2:42 to go here in this first half of play. Tecumseh with the lead over the Hawks on the Fast Eddie scoreboard at 7 6.
I'm not sure why they stopped the play. It would have been nice for them to go ahead and let them run the play on that. The ball was snapped at about the same time.
And now, as soon as I said Valley had 3 timeouts, they now have 2. The play clock was down to 2, and Mark Hammond needed to take a timeout. 2:28 left, 7-6 Tecumseh. Hawks with the ball in Brave territory. Looking to regain the lead. We'll continue with more Blackhawks football right after this.
A salute to the Blackhawks from Tony Robbins and the construction crew at TRC Construction in French Lick for concrete work, land clearing, and site work, driveways, foundations, patios, and sidewalks. Call TRC Construction 653-7007.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301 or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
Valley using their first time out of the half, 2:28 to go. They trail by 1. They've got the ball at the Tecumseh 39-yard line, and now a penalty flag. And what do we have now? We've got a false start, and the Hawks are going to lose those 5 yards right back. My goodness sakes alive. Wow.
Well, we had, I think our end never got set, and then they started to send the guy in motion, so that's the only thing I really saw. I didn't see the lineman move, but...
And again, just penalties at critical times. Instead of a 1st and 5, it'll go back to being a 1st and 10 now. Curtis will split wide to the near side. Cooper out of the pistol, takes the snap, hands off to Land on the counter play, looking for running room, and this time he's not going to go anywhere. Maybe got a yard, and that was it. Spencer Buzian on the stop for Tecumseh. Only a yard gain on the play to the 43. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 9. You got to figure with 2:10 to go, you may want to start trying to air things out here a little bit.
We'll see how like I said, they're getting really used to Jackson come back on that counter. He made a great individual play a while ago to get his yards. That time they had 4 guys there. So, probably going to have to throw the ball here. We're at the 43-yard line. Let's see. He needs a good play. He's got 2 timeouts, but it's a big second
Hawks down to 4 on the play clock. Better hurry. And they will get it off. Back to throw is Cooper. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right. Fires downfield. He's got his man. That is Jackson Land at the 35-yard line. He's fighting for extra yardage and is able to pick up a couple of yards. It was kind of a high throw, but Jackson leapt up and was able to haul it in. They'll spot it at the 33-yard line, so that's a 10-yard gain. And that is now another Springs Valley first down. Cooper now 3 out of 4. With all 3 receptions to Jackson Land. More importantly, the Hawks have it now 1st and 10 at the 33. And again, taking a lot of time. Clock continuing to run. Down to 1:12 to go here in the first half. Cooper up under center. Takes the snap. Pitches it off to Colby Lowe on the sweep. Trying to get to the outside. Turns it upfield. And gets hit and goes down at about the 28-yard line. And I think the Hawks are going to spend a timeout there. Go Blackhawks and go to Dairy Queen of Springs Valley for the Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough. It's the September Blizzard of the Month. And remember, you get $5 off DQ frozen cakes in the display case every Monday at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. Timeout of the field with a minute left here in the first half on the Fast Eddie's board. Braves lead the Hawks 7-6. We'll continue with more Springs Valley football after this 30-second timeout.
Score big with the region's best internet deal for the best speed. Here's some great news. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or data caps. So if you're tired of reading the fine print on internet speed, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
This is Springs Valley senior quarterback Cole Cooper, and you're listening to Blackhawks football on Q100.
surveyors and engineers at BRCJ Incorporated are proud of our young leaders that excel between the lines and in the classroom. BRCJ salutes the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support of these activities because life is a team sport. After the 6-yard gain by Colby Lowe, the ball at the Tecumseh 27. 2nd down and 4 now for the Hawks. 1 minute to go, first half. Hawks have one timeout left. Cooper out of the pistol, back to throw, looking. He's going long for Jackson Land. Oh! And it's through his fingertips and incomplete. He had to look back over his shoulder, and it looked like it was right there. He reached out, and the ball just trickled between his hands. Otherwise, the Hawks would be back on top.
Nice play. They had set up where Jackson was playing that slot, and he got by 2 guys, and it was a great pass. And it's a difficult catch because it comes right over the top of your helmet. And he got his hands on it, but wasn't able to pull it in.
3rd down and 4 now at the 27. Down to 7 on the play clock. Valley trying to get set. Now Land in motion to the far side. Back to throw is Cooper again. Flushed out of the pocket. Steps up. He's going to run with it. Looking for first down yardage. Breaks the tackle. He's to the 20. He's to the 15 and knocked out of bounds at around the, well, it looks like it is going to be about the 15, maybe back at the 16 is where they say he stepped out. And let's see where they do mark the ball. It will be at the 16, so that's an 11-yard scamper. Running for his life there was Cole Cooper, but he gets the necessary yardage. Another Springs Valley first down. They're now at the 16-yard line after that 11-yard gain with 44 seconds remaining here in this first half. Hawks desperately trying to go to the dressing room with a lead. In motion is Curtis. It goes to Jordan, trying to get to the outside. Oh, man. Nothing doing there as he ran smack dab into
He's going to decide he wants to use his timeout.
Josh McKinley.
Yep.
And now it looks like the Hawks are going to use their final timeout of this first half. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch. 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. 31 seconds to go. Hawks down 7-6 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Back with more Blackhawks football from Tecumseh High School after this short break.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. Sign up for a Jones Reward card and for gas discounts at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Spring Valley High School football.
Catch all the action of Blackhawk and IU sports on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Closing moments of the first half. Valley with a 2nd and 10 now at the Tecumseh 16 after they were able to stuff Jordan Curtis. Now here's Jackson Land. Reset. Here's Cooper dropping back to throw, firing into the end zone, and the pass is intercepted. Nobody running it back. This could go away. No, here comes Adam George finally over and pushes. I believe that was Sean Ruiz that made the interception. It might have been Skylar Golden. Cooper just threw that one up for grabs, not to anybody in particular, and he had it picked off, and that is Valley's first turnover of the contest. And it keeps them from taking the lead here at the end of this first half. The only good thing is they have given Tecumseh only 20 seconds here in this first half to try to do anything.
Yeah, they were going to try to, they did a cross out there on the wings, and they were going to try to hit Jackson back the end zone. Defensive back.
Back to throw is Cooley. He's in trouble. He fires it downfield, and the pass is incomplete. The intended receiver for Tecumseh was Skylar Golden, and Drake Perry got in and got a hand on it, batted it down. Tell you what, if Drake had anticipated that and been about a step and a half quicker, he might have had himself a pick six.
Yeah, there's not much advantage here trying to move the ball down the field, but
Right.
We'll let them give it a shot and see if we can pick one of those off.
Yep. All right, we'll run a fly pattern. Who knows what may happen? Out of the shotgun, Cooley takes the snap, drops back to throw, rolls to his left, throws against the grain, and it's almost intercepted as Adam George had it and then was hit by the receiver just as it got there, and it jarred the ball loose. So Adam George nearly had himself an interception. That'll bring up now 3rd down and 10. So Jeff Daming really rolling the dice here. He's back at his own 33-yard line and has thrown 2 straight passes, 8.5 seconds left.
2 ill-advised passes.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd down and 10. This time they'll keep it on the ground as the handoff goes to Travis Parker. Or no, that's Weston Stamps, and Stamps on what should be the final play of this first half. Boy, fighting for big yardage all the way out to the 45-yard line. So give him credit for 12 yards. Oh, and now are they going to say that Tecumseh called timeout? Well, they've got 0.3 of a second left on the clock.
I think that was on the
I thought time ran out, but nope, they're going to say that there will be 1 play left here in this first half. It's a gain of 13 yards on the play for Weston Stamps out to the 46-yard line. Well, coming up at halftime on our Spring Valley halftime report, I had a chance to talk with the 3 senior members of the Valley cross-country team. We'll hear from them, and then also our senior spotlight, and then, of course, our first half statistics. It's all coming up on the Spring Valley halftime report 1 play from now. On what should be the final play of the first half, handoff goes to Travis Parker, and Parker able to pull his way out to midfield. A 4-yard gain on the play, so nothing fancy there. Jeff Daming taking no chances. He'll settle for a 1-point lead as the teams head into the dressing room here at halftime. Interesting, as Valley scored first, it looked like they were dominating things, and then Tecumseh came right down and scored themselves, and the difference, an extra point by Dylan Simmons. We'll start our halftime activities when we come back on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. At intermission from Braves Field here in Tecumseh, it is Tecumseh 7, Spring Valley 6. You're listening to Spring Valley High School Football.
Springs Valley's mobile banking app is easy peasy. Easily review your balances, deposit checks, and even check your credit score on Springs Valley's app. With Springs Valley's mobile app, you will receive your credit report, monitoring, and alerts. Plus, you have access to loan offers and financial educational tools. At Springs Valley Bank and Trust, we make it easy peasy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
A salute to the Blackhawks from Tony Robbins and the construction crew at TRC Construction in French Lick for concrete work, land clearing, and site work, driveways, foundations, patios, and sidewalks. Call TRC Construction 653-7007.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301 or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. Sign up for a Jones Reward card and for gas discounts at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
Back once again at Braves Field here in Tecumseh. We're at halftime. Hawks trail Tecumseh by 1, 7-6. The only difference, an extra point. We'll talk about that here momentarily, as neither team was able to score on their first possession. The Hawks had a nice opening drive, got it as far down as the 25-yard line of Tecumseh, but a penalty hurt them. They then punted the football away, but then their defense stood up on Tecumseh's first series, leading to a 3-and-out. A 30-yard punt set up the Hawks at the 35, their own 35-yard line, and they needed just 6 plays to go 65 yards in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Their workhorse, Jackson Land, doing all the work for the score. It's on the move, handoff. Jackson Land again. Oh, big counter play. Breaks to the outside. He's to the 10, 5. And does he get in? Yes, touchdown, Springs Valley. Great individual effort by Jackson there as he broke a couple of tackles along the way. The Hawks tried to go for the 2-point conversion, but Cole Cooper's pass a little bit high and long for Amaneka. The Hawks had to settle for a 6-0 lead. Tecumseh then took over, and boy, did they ever manhandle the Hawks on this drive. 8 plays, 67 yards in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. The final 3 yards on a quarterback keeper by Griffin Tooley. That coming at the Valley's touchdown, by the way, came with 48 seconds to go in the first half. Tecumseh's score came with 9:07 to go in the first half. Dylan Simmons then booted the extra point, and that's where we stand right now. The extra point, the difference in this contest, with Tecumseh on top on the Fast Eddie scoreboard here at 7-6. We'll continue with our halftime report coming up next. We'll have the interview with our Springs Valley cross-country seniors, followed by our senior spotlight. I'll be back then to look at the first half statistic as our Springs Valley halftime report continues after this. You're listening to Springs Valley High School Football.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows in French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley senior lineman Nick Jones. Now back to more Blackhawk football with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
We continue on now with our halftime report, and I have with us 3 very special guests. They are the senior members of the Springs Valley cross country team. On my right is Clayton Weisenberger, and in the middle, Christian Mahan, and on my left is Justin Curtis. I know you guys can't see that on the radio, but they are here. Clayton, we're going to start with you first, and you answer a question for me. Everybody says you're kind of the wisecracker of the group, the guy that kind of cuts all the jokes. Is that true?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty true, yeah.
So have you kind of made it your job then to kind of keep everything in a pretty humorous mood?
Yeah, I try. Coach gets mad sometimes, but I still try to.
Okay. Talk a little bit about your senior year. How has this year gone for you?
Well, I've honestly been running a little bit slower, but I've had the most fun I have the past 3 years, so I think that's the most important part.
You've kind of had a little bit of a special opportunity with your dad. I think he switched over now to the high school. He had been doing the junior high and is helping Coach Freeman. What has that been like to have him around?
Well, I mean, it's pretty neat having father as a coach, and it's been fun having him help coach me throughout my junior high and my high school years, so it's pretty good.
Okay. You were talking a little bit about how you have run. Has the team had a pretty good year so far?
I'd say a lot of our runners have, yeah.
And cross country is one of those that can be a lifelong sport, so to speak. You can, even when you are finished with cross country, you can go out and run. Is that something that you really enjoy doing?
I mean, it's not always the most fun thing to do, but yeah, I can see myself doing that later on.
Because, not everybody thinks that running is a lot of fun. It takes a special person. How long have you been running cross country now?
I've been running cross country since I was in 7th grade. But before that, I've been running most of my life.
Okay. And you guys have the conference coming up tomorrow, so hoping to do well in the conference race down at Crawford tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we place better. I'm not expecting first, but we could definitely get some runners that are all conference, like Justin, maybe Christian. But yeah, we have individually we have a better chance of doing well, I think.
And have you done your part to help kind of the recruiting and keep runners interested, and especially the younger kids once they get up into high school?
I try, yeah. I like cracking jokes, like you said earlier, and hoping that maybe keeps them around.
Okay. Can you share one real quick for us?
Maybe not off the top of my head.
Okay. Tough when I put you on the spot. But, Clayton, we appreciate you joining us. Best wishes the rest of the season. We'll have you and your classmates on our senior show coming up later on in October.
All right. Thanks.
All righty. That is Clayton Weisenberger. Our second senior is Christian Mahan. And, Christian, I'll just kind of ask you, what kind of year has it been for you out on the course?
It's been pretty well this year. I've improved a lot from last year. Most of my high school I've been pretty slow, and I've gotten a lot faster over the few years.
Okay. I'll ask you that I didn't ask Clayton, but what's it like having Coach Freeman and Coach Weisenberger to lead you guys?
Oh, it's great. They really feel like father figures to me. They don't just coach us to coach us. They teach us a lot about life, and I think that's going to help us as a team and as a family a lot in the future.
Okay. Also, what I didn't ask Clayton, I probably should have, but are you guys a pretty close-knit group, being the only three seniors out there?
Yeah, I've been running with these guys basically ever since junior high, so they feel like really close brothers to me.
Okay. Has this year gone pretty fast for you?
Yeah, I can't believe it's already a quarter of the way through. I really can't.
Right. And this cross-country season winding down, conference tomorrow, sectional next Saturday. What are you hoping to see from the team?
I'm hoping for our best times. I'm hoping that we all peak at the right moments, and I'm not really expecting a lot out of team placing, but I really hope they place really well individually.
Well, Christian, we appreciate you spending time with us as well. We'll have you on a little bit later on, and in the meantime, best wishes in the conference and the sectional, and hopefully on beyond that as well.
Thank you.
All right. That is Christian Mahan, and our final senior is Justin Curtis. And Justin, we hear your name quite a bit out there running at the top of the pack. Has this been a fun year for you?
Oh, yeah, it's been a blast. I love leading the team and stuff. It's really fun. Best year I've had.
Has this come with a lot of work? I mean, do you train quite a bit in the off season?
Oh yeah, you have to be the best, and you have to show everyone that you can't just go out and run. You have to put in the work.
What has been your best race so far this year?
Probably. I don't really know any of them really. I can't really stick one out. I think this whole year's just been fun. Can't really put a marker on it.
Great. There are a couple places that you run fairly often. I know you've been at Crawford County a couple times. You've been to Paoli. Talk a little bit about some of the different courses. Are some harder than others?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Paoli is really hilly, and it's directly in the heat and sun. There's no shade spots really besides the hill. And Crawford, you get to run in the woods, and I like running in woods and stuff, and it's just a better feel.
Okay. And there always are strategies to races. There are some points maybe where you need to kind of pace yourself, other times where you need to pick it up. Does Coach help you a lot, or do you kind of go in to each race with a little bit of a game plan?
Coach sort of talks me through it, but it's more of myself going in and knowing the course and setting myself up so I don't tire out or anything like that. So
you've run against a lot of the other runners in the conference, and you've got that coming up tomorrow. Do you like your chances against them?
Oh yeah, I feel like I got a great chance. I feel like I can't go in saying that I'm gonna do good or do bad. I just gotta go in and run my race.
Okay. And I know cross country probably doesn't get all the limelight like football and volleyball does and stuff, but you guys are a pretty close-knit family, and whether it is you guys, the girls, of course, and then your families, it certainly has to make it all very special.
Oh yeah, it makes it all very special. It makes you really look back and realize what all's happened, and makes you realize that you really do have friends and family that really like to support you. And it's just a great feeling.
Sure. And with these being the last conference tomorrow, the sectional next week, you're going to run like it is your last meet, right?
Oh, yeah. You have to.
All right. Well, Justin, we appreciate you spending time with us as well. Congratulations to all three of you as seniors here, and certainly we wish you the best the rest of the season and on through the rest of your careers here at Springs Valley. All right. Talking with the three senior cross-country members here at halftime of tonight's Springs Valley football game. We'll continue with more right after this timeout.
What's better than enjoying a fine meal at 33 Brick Street in French Lick? Savoring each mouth-watering bite on their outdoor patio and courtyard. Enhance your 33 Brick Street dining experience by taking in the open air during these warm months. Their patio and courtyard, featuring a fire pit, is perfect for special occasions or events, including wedding receptions, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. They can even design a special menu for your event. Make your reservations by calling 33 Brick Street at 936-3370. That's 936-3370. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, good food all in a legendary atmosphere.
This is Springs Valley senior lineman Nathan Hamilton. Thanks for listening to Blackhawks football right here on Q100.
Our Springs Valley halftime report continues now with Senior Spotlight, where we talk with a senior member of the Blackhawks football team and get to know him just a little better. Tonight, I'm chatting with lineman Nathan Hamilton for the Hawks. Nathan, how do you balance playing sports with your academics?
I balance them by basically after practice I go home and just hit the books pretty hard and study as long as I can until it's bedtime basically.
What is your favorite part about playing football?
My favorite part about playing football is just being around the team. Since I've been with them for so long that I know them very well and they're really fun to be with, and practices are fun with them and games are even better, so that's how I do it.
What has been your biggest thrill so far about playing football at Springs Valley?
My biggest thrill was winning the Orange Bowl my freshman year. The atmosphere there was exciting, it was fun, and after we got the win, it was just amazing. It was fun. I loved it.
Have you made any plans yet on what you'll do after graduation?
After graduation, I plan on going to college and studying computer sciences and/or business administration.
And Nathan, tell us a little bit about your family.
I live with my mom and my dad, Jamie and Norman. That's them. I have a little brother named Christian. He plays football in the youth league. He's in 6th grade.
Tell us your favorite food.
Pizza.
Sports team.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Video game.
Madden.
Class.
History.
Teacher.
Mrs. Reed.
Restaurant.
Chicago's.
Hobby.
Playing video games.
Car.
Mustang.
And finally, Nathan, who has had the biggest influence on you?
The biggest influence on me is my team and coaches and my family.
Thanks, Nathan. Good luck the rest of this year.
Thank you.
And this has been Senior Spotlight, heard at halftime of all Blackhawk football games during the 2018 season. Mike is along next to go over the first half stats as our Springs Valley halftime report continues. Reporting for Q100 Sports, this is Stevie McNew.
Hi, this is Lynn at Reeser Chiropractic Center. The shopping is done, the kids are back in school, football's just starting. Mom, you need a break, a time just to relax and unwind. Call for an appointment with one of our board-certified massage therapists and let her help you get back into shape. But if it's not just sore muscles, you will want to see Dr. Lolita. She has your back. For your appointment, call 723-2277. That's Reeser Chiropractic Center. We'll be waiting for your call.
This is Springs Valley senior quarterback Cole Cooper, and you're listening to Blackhawks football on Q100.
We welcome you back to Brave Field here in Linville. Halftime, Tecumseh leading the Hawks by a score of 7-6. Tecumseh will get the ball to start the second half. And again, another reason why stats don't always mean everything, Kevin. Two things that really stand out. Valley's dominance on the time of possession, 2-1, 16 minutes to 8 minutes. And if you remember last week against Crawford, Valley 0 for 9 on third downs. This week they are 5 out of 7.
And like I said, you think 5 out of 7 on first downs. And Mike, I think a big key tonight is the first quarter seemed like we did have the ball the whole first quarter, and come away just 6-0. Just kind of gave them maybe a little more confidence than what they should have had going in that second quarter. And that second quarter drive, the first 5 or 6 plays they came out there, and when they started getting those 15, 18-yard runs, and when they had nothing the first quarter, it really gave the Braves a spark. And it's an even game. Tonight I really wouldn't be able to predict who'd win this second half. Valley will have to play just a really strong second half, come out on top. I think if they play up to their ability, I think overall they may have a better football team, but it's definitely going to be right down to the end.
All right, second half action coming your way next. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Score big with the region's best internet deal for the best speed. Here's some great news. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or data caps. So if you're tired of reading the fine print on internet speed, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
Second half about to begin. Braves will get the ball. Valley kicking off. Josh Sunturi getting set to boot it away. Valley will go right to left here in this third quarter of play as he hits a little squib boot. It is Bubble to scramble for it. And let's see who's got it. No indication from the officials. It looks like Tecumseh was able to hang on to it. They did. Again, I'm not sure if it was deliberate or not, but either way here, Kevin Tecumseh's going to get very good field position.
Yeah, it hit him in the chest and bounced forward, and we had a couple of guys dive in there on it, but he made a good play recovering it. And like I said, defensively right now, Mike, we've got to come out. We've got to cover that middle. We've got to stop that little dive play right over top of their center. I don't know if their trapping is in there or what, but I think Coach Hammond and Coach Harris, the coaches got together and said, we got to first stop that play. Let's see how the...
On 1st and 10, the pitch to Travis Parker on the sweep, trying to get to the outside, and he really didn't have much running room out there. The Hawks able to close him off before he's able to turn the corner. He will pick up a couple of yards to the 48, second down and 8. Valley did outgain Tecumseh 139 to 108. Valley had 117 of those on the ground on 24 rushes. Their leading carrier was Jackson Land, 9 carries for 66 yards, 92 of the 108 for Tecumseh on the ground, 56 of those yards by Travis Parker, their leading rusher.
I'd say they're going right back up the middle here, Mike. They've got us all spread out. Let's see where they go with it.
From the 48, draw play goes to Travis Parker, trying to break to the outside, slips a tackle again, and he'll pick up the first down with the extra effort. Again, Hawks, they seem to have this panache for wanting to tackle high, and when they do that, backs can keep their legs pumping, and more often than not, they're able to break those tackles. Travis Parker did there, picked up an extra 6 or 7 yards, which was enough for the first down, and the Braves back into Valley territory at the 42-yard line, a 12-yard pickup.
Yeah, Mike, we hit him a couple times, but didn't wrap him. He is strong. Not a real big kid, but he's awfully strong.
Oh, looked like some early movement. Here is a draw play off to Weston Stamps. He loses the football, scramble for it. Springs Valley thinks they've got it, and they do. It was a draw play to Stamps, and he never had full control of the ball. It popped free. I couldn't see who fell on top of it. It might have been Colton Dickey. They look to be congratulating him. We'll ask Coach Hammond after the ball game, but a big break as the Hawks create Tecumseh's first giveaway of the night. And the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 now at their own 37-yard line.
They faked that pitch and was going to run a draw off to the left side, and this never did get the handoff. And the Hawks were right there on it. Good play, and now the offense, see if we can get our offense going and come down and have a nice drive here.
On 1st and 10, handoff Jackson Land, looking for a hole, slips through it, breaks the tackle, he's into the open, 35-30, 25-20, breaks another tackle and is run out of bounds down at around the 18-yard line. Another great individual effort by Jackson Land as he found a seam on the left side, the counter play, and he took off through it with a burst of speed and goes all the way down to the Tecumseh 18-yard line. A 35-yard pickup on the play, and the Hawks are knocking on the door in the red zone.
Hey, Mike, he looked like his dad Nick there. I tell you, he got an open field, and he's got deceptive speed. He can really run past the defense, and awesome.
On 1st and 10, it's Colby Lowe carrying the football, and we're going to have a motion call here as one of the backs for Valley took off a little bit too soon. And again, here we go again, Kevin, just as the Hawks make a big play and set themselves up in great position, they make a costly mistake, in this case a motion penalty, so it's going to be 1st and 15.
And, Mike, it seems to happen around the 15-yard line.
It always does, down deep in the other team's territory, and usually after a pretty nice play.
Yep.
So the ball will go back to the 23-yard line. So now the Hawks will have a first down and 15. They now have 21 yards in penalties. Let's see what they do here. Hand off to Jackson Land. Oh, he got tripped up just as he burst through the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was going to break off another one there, but somebody got a hand on him and tripped him up.
Yeah, went down low on him and he got him before he got started, but he had a little bit of a
yard gain on the play. It'll bring up now a second down and 14. With that run, Jackson Land over the 100-yard rushing mark. He now has 11 carries with that 1-yarder for 102 yards. Second down and long, in motion Land again. This time on the option play, it is Cooper. Started outside, cuts it back up, and runs right into a Tecumseh defender. So again, not a lot of running room, and the Hawks will be looking at a third down and long.
Got 2 downs here, Mike, but the penalty that you had mentioned put us in a, behind the down situation, behind the chains, where you have to, instead of being 2nd and 6 there, we're first down and 15. So, but we've got a 3rd and 10, and we need to, need a score here, give us momentum for the rest of this football game. Let's just see. I think we'll keep it on the ground.
3rd down and 11. And off to Jordan Curtis, trying to break to the outside, and Spencer Bootsy says, "You're not going anywhere in my turf."
About 7 of the Braves were there, Coach.
Yeah.
On that one.
So again, the Hawks will be faced with a 4th down. They're in 4-down territory here. They'll call that no gain on the play for Curtis. So 4th down and 11 now for the Hawks. And once again, a very promising drive in danger of stalling out here. As the Hawks had a 35-yard run on this possession by Jackson Land. Now we'll have to convert a 4th down and 11. Drake Terry splits wide to the far side. In motion is Curtis. Back to throw is Cooper. Flushed out of the pocket.
Got room.
Rolling, looking. He's going to keep the football. Looking for first down yardage. Does he get it? I don't think so. Oh, and a penalty flag comes in after the play. And we may have a late hit out of bounds here. Cole was well out, and he got hit that time by Jacob Titzer, and we may have an unnecessary roughness call.
He was going to be short, Mike, 10-yard line, and needed to get to the 9.
Needed to get to the 8, I think.
8 or 9.
Yeah. So the officials are going to talk this one over here. Now, surely they're not going to be talked out of it, are they? Oh, they're going to say, well, what do we have here? A personal foul against...
After the play was over, Mike. I'm not sure about that one.
So a dead ball foul?
That's what he's calling, yep.
Wow.
I don't know the rule on that. That may be correct, but...
Boy, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure on that
if
one
it
either.
happened on the hit, that still is considered part of the play. If it was something like taunting or something, maybe that might have been the situation.
No, it was on the hit. I don't think there was any taunting. He's right there in front of us. He hit him about 2-3 yards out of bounds, and the official made the right call. I'm just not for sure.
No. Yeah, that's considered part of the play. That should still be Springs Valley ball. They should have a 1st and goal. So the officials, again,
I'd have Coach
marking this incorrectly.
I'd like to see Coach Hammond kind of ask him about that one, make sure, because such a big play. You know, you're going to be first from the...
Well, at any rate, Tecumseh's going to have the football 1st and 10 at their own 5. Ball snapped back to Cooley, and hit almost immediately was Travis Parker as Colton Reynolds, he is a fired-up young man. The senior came storming in and buried Parker for no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So the best thing the Hawks can do is really snow this Braves team and keep the field position in their favor, even though they didn't score there. They still trail it 7-6 with 7:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
See if we can force them into a turnover.
Julie out of the shotgun. Going to throw the screen pass. And intercepted. Touchdown, Springs Valley. I believe it was Drake Terry that jumped right in front of Travis Parker on the screen pass right at the goal line. All he had to do was take a step. It is a pick 6. And the Hawks have regained the lead with 7:12 to go in this 3rd quarter of play.
I think they decided at halftime, Mike, they weren't going to let him throw a step back. The quarterback just gets it and just throws it to the sideline, and easy pick off and in the end zone. Just the play we needed, right?
Absolutely. I'm can't see where it was. I'm going to give him a 2-yard interception return. Now the Hawks will go for 2. Here is the snap back to Jackson Land, fighting for yardage, trying to push him across the goal line, and Valley thinks he got in. Let's wait and see. No official word, and now they say he is in for the 2-point conversion. Great job again by Jackson Land with a 2nd effort. I think he had some help. Guys were pushing from behind, trying to nudge him forward, and he does cross the plane of the goal line. The 2-point conversion is successful. And now, with 7:12 to go, 3rd quarter on the Fast Eddie scoreboard, the Blackhawks have taken the lead on Tecumseh at 14-7. Back with more Springs Valley football in just a moment.
Springs Valley's mobile banking app is easy peasy. Easily review your balances, deposit checks, and even check your credit score on Springs Valley's app. With Springs Valley's mobile app, you will receive your credit report, monitoring, and alerts. Plus, you have access to loan offers and financial educational tools. At Springs Valley Bank and Trust, we make it easy peasy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is Springs Valley senior linebacker Drake Terry. Keep it tuned to Q100 all season long for Blackhawks football.
Now after a defensive score for the Hawks, Drake Terry with a 2-yard interception return as the Hawks take the lead. The kickoff fielded by Travis Parker, and he was able to return it out to the 30-yard line. That is where the Hawks will take over. An injured player for Tecumseh, that is Dylan Simmons. He's jogging off here under his own power. Go Blackhawks and go to Dairy Queen of Springs Valley for the Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough. It's the September Blizzard of the Month. And remember, you get $5 off DQ frozen cakes in the display case every Monday at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. So the Hawks have the lead now. Let's see if the defense can go to work once again as the handoff goes to Travis Parker looking for running room, and again, nothing doing there. Camden Grandstaff again. Boy, nothing like a pick 6, Kevin, to get your defense.
Yeah, they're closing
even more fired up.
They're closing down that middle now, and that's really going to put Tecumseh where they have to go sideways. And Valley's been doing a good job tonight. Anytime Tecumseh tries to go sideways, so out in the flats, the Hawks are doing a good job. Just, they control that middle. Valley's going to be in good shape here.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11. Out of the shotgun, Thule takes the snap, looks, fires it out on the flat, bobbled and then caught by Travis Parker, and he was tried to be wrestled to the ground, managed to avoid the tackle, and then he's going to lose yardage all the way back to the 20-yard line. They're going to say that even though he was kind of shoved back, he started to move on his own, and then when he was finally brought down, they're going to spot it all the way back to the 19-yard line. So that is a 10-yard loss on that screen pass. And now the Braves are looking at a 3rd down and 21. They need to get all the way out to the 40-yard line. And again, the Hawks cannot let them off the hook here on 3rd down and long, especially with the momentum shifting to the Hawks. On the option play, Thule keeps the football, has some running room, and he lost the football. It pops free, and the Hawks think they've got it. Let's wait and see. And still no indication yet. Valley keeps saying they've got it. What do we have? Come on, guys, make a call here. Brian Andy's crew from Evansville. I saw the ball pop free, Kevin, so there was no question the ball was loose. And now they're going to stop the clock here and discuss things. Either way, even if in this particular situation they give the ball to Tecumseh, it'll be 4th down. But, boy, the Hawks would have the ball 1st and 10 at the Tecumseh 25-yard line if this fumble stands. And it looks as though they're talking. Mark Hammond came out. They talked with him. Jeff Daming's not out there on the field, but they are talking to the Tecumseh captain, and they are going to say it remains Tecumseh football. Boy, what a bad break there for the Hawks.
Yeah,
there was no question that ball popped free, and the Hawks were all over it, saying that they had come up with a football. And now Mark Hammond is getting the explanation. Glenn Kingsbury is the head linesman. Joe Spencer is the umpire. The line judge, Matt Hawkins. And the back judge is Dave Wright.
I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't think they're going to change the call. Nope, they're going to call it 4th down.
They're moving the ball back.
They move the ball to the back to the 19-yard line. So it's no gain on the play. It's 4th and 21.
I don't understand.
So again,
there wasn't a penalty, and the ball was 5 yards forward. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they got going there. Looked like it was Valley football.
Well, and I think here that Thule actually picked up about 4 or 5 yards, and they didn't give him credit for that. So the official's not getting really anything right here. So it's a bad break for both teams, and now the Braves are forced to call a timeout with 5:19 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's Springs Valley 14, Tecumseh 7. Hawks taking the lead earlier in this quarter on a 2-yard interception return for a touchdown by Drake Terry.
I think he thought it was an incomplete pass, Mike. They put the ball back where the original start of the play was.
I guess so. I'm still not sure. Chicago's Pizza. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30, Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. Carry out 936-2962, and nothing like the Chicago's Pizza when you have to make a long trip from French Lick to Linville. We appreciate our good friends at Chicago's, Dave Childers and his staff doing a great job. Oh, now they're going to call it 3rd down? Wow. What's going on here, folks? And here it goes, Travis Parker trying for 1st down yardage. He's finally going to be stopped short. But
I think it was supposed to be 4th down, Mike.
It was. And again, the officials couldn't get that right either. And the Braves nearly got a 1st down out of it. Travis Parker, a huge run all the way out to the 36. He gained 17 of the 21 yards he needed. But he's going to be short. I don't even know how to mark this down because the officials are so screwed up on this. And again, you got to have competent guys out there when you're playing high school football. At any rate, it is 4th down and 4. So credit Travis Parker with a 17-yard run, and Tecumseh lining up now in punt formation. Back deep for the Hawks is Jordan Curtis. Almost a block. And it will take a nice Tecumseh roll and be down all the way to the 20-yard line. So, Kevin, what that basically does, had they ruled that the Hawks recovered the fumble, they would have had it at the Tecumseh 25. So we're talking 55 yards difference in field position here from the Tecumseh 25, and now the Hawks will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Well, it'd been nice if they came over to the, to the crowd so we could tell what the call was. I don't think they ever made a call.
Right. I didn't see any signal by the officials. So let's see what the Hawks can do now on offense. They're playing with the lead. 4:24 to go, third quarter. 14-7 Hawks on the Fast City scoreboard. Second possession of the half now for the Hawks. Cooper takes the snap, hands off to Colby Lowe, trying to get to the outside, looking to turn the corner. Has a little bit of running room, still on his feet. He's out over the 30 and up to about the 33-yard line. Good job by the Hawk offensive line to string out Tecumseh, and that allowed Colby's speed to pick up good yardage, and they will mark him out of bounds up at the 33, so that is a 13-yard gain on the play for Colby, and a little more breathing room as the Hawks now out to their own 33-yard line. This time Curtis will split wide of the near side. Land and Dickey in the slots, out of the pistol, and now we've got movement again. Was that Camden Grandstaff that made an extra motion there? Oh, no, they're going to call encroachment here on Tecumseh. I thought maybe there was movement along Valley's line, and instead they're going to say that Tecumseh jumped into the neutral zone. Now, I did not see that. So now it's Valley's turn to get a break. And
yep, maybe we need a couple here, Mike. And like I said, this is an important part of the game here. We're up 14-7. We got all the momentum, and it'd be nice to get up 2 touchdowns here. Yeah. A good drive and then finish it off.
But both teams getting tough breaks on the officiating. 1st and 5 now for Valley at their own 38. Cooper takes the snap, hands off to Jackson Land, trying to get to the outside, turns the corner. He's to the 40 and stops short of the first down, but he does get it up to about the 41. But when you've got 1st and 5 to work with, he'll take a 2 or 3 yard pickup here, which is what happened. 3-yard gain now for Jackson to bring up a 2nd down and 2.
Like I said, Valley came out the second half, Mike, and they're playing crisper and playing harder here. They're trying to get control of the game, and it's just a matter of executing offensively and letting our back do the job running, and our line do a nice job.
Low in motion, Colby on the counter play, turns it upfield, breaks 1 tackle, powers his way out over the 45 and up to about the 47. And boy, I like Colby on these last 2 runs, Kevin. When he has gotten the ball from Cole Cooper, he has been at nearly full speed, and that's what you like to see. Yeah, 6-yard gain there, and another 1st down for the Hawks.
Colby's hard to find back there, and I tell you, he's one of the quickest kids on the team, and runs hard. Just got to find him, make it whole for him, and he can pick us up some yards. And doing a good job mixing it up here. I don't think Tecumseh right now knows which side of the ball is coming, so see if we can keep this going.
Curtis splits wide of the near side. This time it's Colton Dickey in motion, and this time he is tripped up. The counter play left, and he manages to maybe get a yard, possibly 2. But this time the Braves were in on top of it. Let's call it a gain of just a yard on the play for Colton. 2nd down and 9. Getting to the latter stages of this third quarter. Minute 40 to go. Hawks trail by 1 at halftime, but got a defensive touchdown and have a 7-point lead right now. Trying to get the offense generated. Land in motion. Jackson gets it. Turns it upfield. He's to midfield and will be tripped up as he gets to about the 48-yard line.
Same play.
Pickup of about 4, yeah. That's time the counter play right. So They've been going each way. This one picks up 4. And now the Hawks are looking at a 3rd down and 5. They're back into Tecumseh territory at the 48. 13th carry now for Jackson as he's still over the 100-yard mark, 109 total yards.
Mike, that time of possession has to really be adding up. Tecumseh's got their hands on their hips, and, you know, they've been playing a lot of defense tonight.
Right, and they don't have a lot of depth. They have 8 two-way starters. 3rd and 5, Curtis in motion. Jordan will not get, oh, yes, he will get the first down. He does it again with a extra burst of speed. He was hit about 3 yards behind the line to gain and somehow squirted free and was able to pick up the necessary yardage for the first down. And, boy, credit these Valley backs. I'll tell you what, Kevin, they are really running hard today.
Yeah, Mike, he had 2 guys coming right at him, squared him up, and boy, he got his pads down and busted right through him. And they were going to be for about a 1-yard gain. He turned it into 5 or 6 yard gain and first down. And as you mentioned, Mike, the backs are running. They're running hard and having a good ball game. The line, of course, is doing a nice job.
Ball to Tecumseh 40, hand off to Colton Dickey on the sweep, trying to turn the corner. Has running room, 35 to the 30 and down to about the 28-yard line. So Colton Dickey displaying a little bit of speed as he's able to sweep left and pick up 12 huge yards down to the Tecumseh 28-yard line, and yet another Springs Valley first down.
That's going to be the last play of the quarter, Mike.
Yep. So when the 4th quarter begins, no win, so it doesn't matter which side of the field they play on, but they'll have a 1st and 10 inside the Tecumseh 30 when the 4th quarter begins. That's the end of the 3rd quarter from Tecumseh High School in Linville on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. It is the Blackhawks 14, the Braves 7. Back with the 4th quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School football.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows in French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
A salute to the Blackhawks from Tony Robbins and the construction crew at TRC Construction in French Lick for concrete work, land clearing, and site work, driveways, foundations, patios, and sidewalks. Call TRC Construction 653-7007.
With Kevin Mills, Mike Hamilton at Braves Field in Tecumseh, where we start the 4th quarter. The Hawks clinging to a 7-point lead at 14-7 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Hawks getting a defensive score, a Drake Terry pick 6 from 2 yards out for the touchdown to regain the lead. Now the Hawks trying to get an offensive touchdown. They got a 1st and 10 at the Tecumseh 28-yard line. The pitch back to Jackson Land. On the sweep, trying to turn the corner. He's to the 20.
Holding.
A penalty flag comes in as Jackson is pushed out of bounds, but the flag is down at around the 17-yard line. And I think you're right, Kevin. We're going to get a holding call here on the Hawks.
See where they mark it.
So that will negate the run here. Hawks, just 21 penalties through 3 quarters, so they have not committed a plethora of them, but still, they have always seemed to come at the most inopportune times. So let's see where they move the football back here. They will set it at the 27-yard line, so it'll actually be a 1st down and 9. So Land will get credit for 1 yard here. So the penalty downfield didn't hurt the Hawks as much as it could have here, Kevin. So 1st and 9 is not that bad.
They had 2 or 3 backs out in front of him and the lineman, so just one, I'm not sure who grabbed, but someone grabbed hold of someone. But like I said, not a bad situation.
Land in motion, gets the handoff on the counter play. Spins his way through and gets it down to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. This would be a good time for a pass here. It'll be a 3-yard gain. to the 24. Second down and 6 now for the Hawks. Early fourth quarter. Boy, a touchdown here for Valley would be huge. It'd give them a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, Mike, I agree. Yeah, a touchdown now, and the way our defense has played that third quarter, I think we'd be in good shape.
In motion land on the option play. Cooper keeps the football, drives forward, gets it down to about the 20-yard line. Again, Cole doing a nice job of just following his blockers. They'll mark his forward progress at the 19. That's a 5-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. So again, the Hawks running the ball well. 8 carries now for 26 yards for Cole Cooper. And that's what you like to see, Kevin. 5 backs for Valley have carried at least 4 times.
I'm telling you, Mike, they're all the same. There's not much size difference between any of them.
Right.
It's hard to tell who's got the ball. So,
we had movement by 2 different players here. And
boy.
That's going to cost the Hawks again here. They had a 3rd and 1 and miscommunication. Both slot backs for the Hawks, Land and Lowe, moved at the same time. And that's where the counter play, when you run it left or right, can really hurt you.
Yeah.
And I think Cole picked up the first down, but it will be for naught. So they will move this back to the 24-yard line.
And boy, it's just this area, Mike, where we have such a hard time with penalties.
We do, yeah. Down in the red zone. Well, we were in the red zone. Now we're outside of the red zone, back at the 24. So it is 3rd down and 6. Let's hope the Hawks can cash in here and make that penalty not hurt as much. Out of the pistol formation, Land in motion. Hand off to Jackson, trying to get to the outside. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. Nothing doing that time as the Braves smelled that one out, and they snow Land back for another loss. All the way back to the 29-yard line, another 5-yard loss. So Hawks had 3rd and 1, Kevin, and now they're looking at a 4th down and 11.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Type of mistakes they've made this year, which have really, kept the Hawks from maybe a couple more wins. Inside the 15, 20-yard line, and you get a penalty, then you kind of call a play that you think is going to work, one of your better plays, and they snuff it out.
And slow to get to the line, down to 2 on the play clock, and again, Valley is going to have to burn a timeout. Maybe they wanted to anyway to talk things over at any rate. We'll have a break here before Valley looks at this 4th down and long. Go Blackhawks and go to Dairy Queen of Springs Valley for the Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough. It's the September Blizzard of the Month, and remember, you get $5 off DQ frozen cakes in the display case every Monday at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. 9:28 left, 14-7 Hawks on the Fast Eddie's board. Back with more Valley football in just a moment.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301 or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. Sign up for a Jones Reward card and for gas discounts at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
Get that in. Matt Cooper and the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ Incorporated are proud of our young leaders that excel between the lines and in the classroom. BRCJ salutes the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support of these activities because life is a team sport. Hawks will go for it on 4th down and long. Ball snap back to Cooper. Over the middle he goes, and it's intercepted. Skylar Golden picks it off, running it back the other way. Still on his feet, now able to turn the corner. He's to the 30, he's to the 35, he's to the 40, and out of bounds at the 50-yard line. And again, Kevin, it is because Cole Cooper continues to overthrow his targets. I mean, he way overthrew. He's just got to know his own strength or something. I'm not sure. I mean, credit the young man. He's got a gun there. But again, it cost him. And a great return for Skylar Golden all the way to the Valley 48-yard line. So, again, not only is the Valley drive snuffed out, but Tecumseh in tremendous field position now. as they will start this drive at the Springs Valley 48-yard line. Handoff, big hole up the middle. This is Travis Parker running. Bowls his way inside the 45 and down to about the 42-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 6 yards on the play. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 4.
Mike, they're throwing that ball across the middle, and Cole, you know, his size, that becomes, makes it difficult for him to see over that, and just got himself in some trouble there.
And off Travis Parker again, stood up, he gets away, and now he tries to bowl over the Valley defender, that time Cole Cooper, and is able to pick up 2 or 3 extra yards, and in fact may have picked up a 1st down. Let's wait and see. I think they're going to say he is short, or are they going to go ahead and measure? They are going to go ahead and bring the chains out here for a measurement. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30, Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. For carryout, 936-2962.
Mike, I tell you, the interception, you know, if we'd thrown the interception, we'd tackle him at the 8 or 10 yard line.
Yeah,
wouldn't have been that big deal. But boy, to return it 40 yards and give them good field position, tough play. And like I said, the penalty kind of set that up, and we basically went 3 plays in a row with just didn't have any success there.
Inches short of the 1st down, so it'll be 3rd down for Tecumseh. The ball closer to the 38, but officially the 39-yard line. 8:19 left to go in this football game. The Hawks clinging to a 14-7 lead. It's really been pretty much of a defensively controlled game tonight, Kevin.
Yes, I mean, you know, Tecumseh's done had the ball a lot, and if we shut down that middle play, I think we've basically been able to shut them out tonight. But we're going to have to stop the inside play, and the quarterback at times will keep it.
Valley with a 5-man front.
There you go.
To Stanton, what a job by Justin Haley, or Justin Shipman, rather. Shipwreck came storming in and nails Parker for a loss back to the 48-yard line, or to the 43-yard line. What a job there by the Valley linebacker.
Well, he's had a heck of a game there. That was a heck of a play. And the other thing is, he's been doing a great job coming down on special teams and making the tackle. He really comes down full speed. So, you know, this senior year, he's wanting to make sure he's, you know, in the season here that he's playing his best football.
And 4th and 5. Tecumseh feels like they've got to go for it. Down to 3 on the play clock. Cooley takes the snap, drops back to throw, flushed out of the pocket. A penalty flag comes in, and the pass is incomplete.
Might have a lineman down.
But we'll see what the penalty is. It's like for, Tecumseh, that John Jackson, their left tackle, was well downfield that time. Nope, they're going to have holding here against Tecumseh. Now, the pass was incomplete. The Hawks should decline the penalty, and they'll get the football. And that is exactly the case. So the Hawks come up with a huge defensive play. They force the incomplete pass. They hold Tecumseh on downs, and will take over the football now at their own 43-yard line with 7:23 on the clock. So again, Kevin, Valley's defense has come up big time after time tonight.
And, you know, they've had some mistakes, but you can see what an individual play by Shipman there. Justin came through there and got that 4 or 5 yard loss that put Tecumseh in a difficult situation.
Yeah, they had a 3rd and 1, right?
Yeah, 3rd and 1. So just a great play by Shipman and put us in good situation.
On 1st down, here's Jackson Land making a couple of cuts. Looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield. Instead, he's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards here. Nice piece of running again by Jackson Land, darting away from a couple of defenders. And they'll mark the football up at the 49. So give Jackson a gain of 6 yards on the play. It'll set up now a 2nd down and 4. 17 carries, 114 yards now for the Valley senior. And again, here's an opportunity, Kevin, where the Hawks can really milk the clock. 2 or 3 first downs, they can really make it tough here on Tecumseh. Obviously, you want to get it in and get a 2-score lead.
Yeah, the key is no penalties here and hang on to the football, and let's see if we can get a few first downs and put the ball in the end zone.
And off to Curtis. Jordan is pummeled. I mean, you would have thought that he literally ran into a brick wall. He ran smack dab into Josh McKinley, their big 205-pound senior, and he just was knocked backwards. I mean, literally knocked backwards. I haven't seen that too often.
I think their defensive player had our end, moved him backwards, and he kind of went off him and just made a major hit there.
A yard gain, but it'll bring up now a 3rd down and 3 with the ball right at midfield and 5:50.
I got to give Jordan credit for hanging on the ball.
Ball snapped back to Cooper, looking for running room, and I think he got the first down just barely as he took the snap and ran off the right side. The official set the ball down, and we're looking straight across at it. It looks like it is indeed enough for the first down, but nope, they're going to not take any chances. Now, you know, it's funny, earlier in the ball game, they did not bring out the chains. Now, the last couple of times they have.
I guess it's a little more important right now, so maybe I think it is close, but I think we got him about a half.
I think we do have it.
By football, at least.
Go Blackhawks, and go to Dairy Queen of Springs Valley for the Snickerdoodle Cookie Dough. It's the September Blizzard of the Month, and remember, you get $5 off DQ frozen cakes in the display case every Monday at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. They stretch the chains out, and indeed it is a first down for the Hawks at the Tecumseh 47. Credit Cole Cooper with a 3-yard gain on the play. So Valley back into Braves territory, and more importantly, they have a fresh set of downs. They'll wind the clock here momentarily with 5:27 left. The Hawks leading 14-7 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Hawks scored on their second possession of the game. Tecumseh came right back with a score of their own, kicked the extra point to lead 7-6, and the only score we've had in the second half was on a 2-yard interception return for a touchdown by Drake Terry as the Hawks had Tecumseh pinned back deep. Now on first down, inside handoff, Jackson Land cuts it upfield, spins away from a couple of defenders and manages to fall forward for an extra 2 or 3 yards. Another nice piece of running there for Jackson Land. And it looked like they had him corralled back behind the line, and he's able to pick up 4 or 5 yards. They'll spot it at the 41, so it'll be a gain of 6 on the play.
Jackson doesn't need much room, Mike. He sees the field, and he just does a great job. He spins and always going forward, and he runs hard. I tell you, for his size, he runs awfully hard, and he's gotten a lot stronger this year. Made a big difference in his play.
And remember, earlier in the year, we were getting 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. Now we're getting 2nd and 4, and now we've got movement again on the Valley line. This time, they're not going to call Tecumseh for being offside, so the Hawks again.
I think we had 2 guys in motion, Mike. Jackson took off first, and I think the other wingback may have taken off.
31 yards and penalties now for the Hawks. The ball back to the 46. So what I was going to say was, you know, these are very, when you pick up 5, 6, and 7 yards on first down, setting up second down and short, that really makes it advantageous. But now with the penalty, it sets it back to the 46. So that'll bring up now a 2nd down and 9. Cooper takes the snap, hands off to Land. Jackson started outside, cuts it upfield, still on his feet, driving forward, and he'll go down at about the 40-yard line. But again, he was hit around the 44 and just kept those legs pumping, Kevin, and probably got himself an extra 3 or 4 yards. In fact, they're going to mark his progress at the 39, so he's going to get 7 yards on the play.
Okay, Mike, our
3rd down and 2.
Some of our linemen, our other backs, are helping him out there at the end, too, getting those extra couple yards.
Yeah.
I think that is legal now. It used to be they frowned upon that, but it's been happening all night, both sides of the ball, where linemen have been helped push the pile forward, and they're not blowing the whistle very early, but
3rd and short, in motion is Land. Cooper keeps the football. He's got a big hole, breaks to the outside. There he goes, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Springs Valley. Cole Cooper with the quarterback keeper started right, made a cut just as he got to the line of scrimmage, darted left, and he was gone. 39 yards for Cole Cooper, and the Hawks have their coveted 2-score lead with just 3:08 remaining in this football game.
Mike, I was talking to his mom and dad before the game, and boy, they said he was a little under the weather, but he's hung in there tonight. You know, he's
hadn't showed it to me.
Yeah, had a couple passes he'd like to have back, but boy, the way he runs hard and handles the football team, he's pretty impressive for his first year at quarterback.
Hawks will go for 2. Jackson Land in there at quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to run with it. Works his way off the right side, drives in, and he got the 2-point conversion. So Jackson just powers his way forward, and the Hawks now in command with just 3:08 remaining in this football game. The score reads Springs Valley 22, Tecumseh 7 on the Fast City scoreboard. Back with more Blackhawks football after this timeout.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
After the Valley's touchdown, Josh Quinturi kicked off, picked up at the 25-yard line. That is Blake Miles that grabs it and starts upfield with it, run out of bounds by Jackson Land as he gets it up to the 31-yard line. But now the Braves find themselves down by 2 scores and just 3:03 remaining here on the clock.
Let's just say they start spreading it out and throwing it there. I would say they probably won't throw out the flats. They tried that, cost them a touchdown, almost cost them another right before the first half.
Dooley out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off, and looks like that is Travis Parker carrying the football, and he bowls his way out to about the 35-yard line, so 4-yard gain on the play for Parker, 2nd down and 6. No huddle here for Tecumseh. They're right back up to the line of scrimmage. Dooley takes the snap, looks to throw this time, fires it downfield, and the pass is incomplete. Skylar Golden, the intended receiver. On the coverage there was Jackson Land. It'll set up now a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, Mike, Valley's defense has played, played really well tonight. The only play, like I mentioned, the little dive play up the middle has really hurt us. Had a couple passes that quarterbacks hit on, but right now we just keep everything in front of us and come up and make the play and see if may pick one off here.
On the option, quarterback keeper Tooley looking for 1st down yardage.
Got a holding
penalty, a tackle as he leapt over a defender, runs out of bounds, close to 1st down yardage, but there is a yellow hanky out on the field, and we're going to have a holding call here against Tecumseh. So that's the last thing the Braves need, as that will nullify the 1st down. Now, the Braves have not been penalized much tonight. This will be their 4th penalty for 25 yards. And we'll send it back and make it 3rd down and long. Matt Cooper and the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ Incorporated are proud of our young leaders that excel between the lines and in the classroom. BRCJ salutes the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support of these activities because life is a team sport. Ball back to the 28-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 13 now for Tecumseh. Back to throw is Tooley. Big rush. Rolls to his right. Look. Fires over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Jacob Pitzer was the intended receiver, and he led him just a little bit too much.
Mike, our defensive backs did a nice job there. He had time to throw, and they had 3 wide out to the right, and our guys kept him in kept the receivers in front of us, and he tried to hit in a crossing pattern. Just threw it too far out front, but nice job by the defense, and let's see if we can get a sack here. We got
all right.
Fourth
Braves
down.
will go for it on 4th and 13 now at the 28. This could be the ball game right here. Back to throw is Thule. Looks, fires over the middle, and the pass batted up in the air, and it is caught. A Valley player batted it up in the air, and Sean Ruiz happened to be in the right spot at the right time and hauls it in at the 48. That'll be a 20-yard reception for Sean Ruiz, and a key first down for Tecumseh, as it looked like that may have been the ball game. Here's a handoff to Parker. Straight ahead running. Will pick up about 3 yards into Valley territory. But the clock continuing to run. Down to under 2 minutes left in this football game. Valley up by 15. Thule takes the snap. Drops back to throw. Looks. Fires it downfield, and this one is intercepted. Cole Cooper just falls to the ground as he picks that one off, and that should just about seal it for the Blackhawks here tonight.
Yeah, Mike, he sitting back there and bounced off his pads for a little bit, but he, good athlete. He was able to pick
with it, yeah. So the Hawks come up with another turnover. By far and away, the Hawks' best defensive effort of the year. They had not surrendered less than 20 points all year long, and unless something quirky happens here, they may hold the Braves to just one score here tonight. And that also seems a little bit surprising, too, Kevin, from the standpoint that when Tecumseh scored their touchdown, I mean, they manhandled the Hawks all the way down the field on that particular drive, but since that time, the Hawks have been able to recover.
Yeah, the whole second half, Valley's been able to control the line of scrimmage.
On 1st and 10, this is Colby Lowe in the backfield looking for running room. Dodging a couple of tacklers, maybe picking up a couple of yards here. And not much more. Now Tecumseh
about the only
going to burn a timeout.
About the only bright spot Tecumseh had on offense. Parker did go over 100 yards. He got 101 yards rushing. And he's a good running back, and they were able to get him through the middle, several times. But the Hawks overall shut about everybody else down.
Right. Stop by Chicago's Pizza on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink for $7.99. Chicago's Pizza in French Lick for carryout, 936-2962. Hey, as far as some of our other sports, Kevin, congratulations to Aaron Carnes and the Our Lady Netters, the volleyball team, beating Paoli in 4 sets last night. Their 23rd consecutive conference win last night. They ran the table in 15, 16, and 17. They're now 5-0 with Perry Central coming up on Thursday night to make it a clean sweep, and they really need to win that because Crawford County only has 1 loss, so they could conceivably tie if they cannot beat Perry Central. Here's a big hole up the middle as running the football this time for the Hawks is it's Adam George carrying. Yeah, Adam carried a couple of times last time, and he carried for about 8 yards here.
Where will the volleyball game be, Mike?
The volleyball at Perry.
At Perry?
Next Thursday, right. Just shy of the first down marker, so it was 2nd and 8. So it'll be 3rd and 1, so Adam George will get 7 yards. First down here would just about clinch things, and it looks like the Hawks do get it with 46 seconds left, as it was Cole Cooper just keeping the football. He'll pick up 3 yards to the 47, and the clock will start again. The Hawks need to run just 1 play, and they will head back to French Lick with their 2nd consecutive victory of the season.
Mike, they'll take 2 road trips here now and come away with victories, and that'll give them some momentum for the rest of the season. So a tough game next week against Perry, but I think Valley will have a good shot.
And Cole takes a knee, and unless Tecumseh takes another timeout, the clock will not stop. It will run out And the Hawks are going to win their fourth consecutive victory over the Tecumseh Braves. And they did it with a strong defensive stand, getting a defensive score and shutting down the Braves basically over the last nearly 3/4 of this football game. So the Hawks slowly getting things turned around after 5 consecutive losses, a solid victory over an outmanned Crawford County team last week, tonight against a Tecumseh team that was improving very much. They gave West Washington all they could handle last week before losing, but the Hawks get the better of them here tonight as they make the long trip down to Linville and will head back to French Lick with a big victory in their pocket. Go Blackhawks and go to Dairy Queen of Springs Valley for the Stickler Doodle Cookie Dough. It's the September Blizzard of the month. And remember, you get $5 off DQ frozen cakes in the display case every Monday at Dairy Queen of Springs Valley. We'll be back to recap all of tonight's action in a moment. The final score here this evening from Brave Field at Tecumseh High School in Linville on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. The Springs Valley Blackhawks 22, the Tecumseh Braves 7. You're listening to Springs Valley High School football.
What's better than enjoying a fine meal at 33 Brick Street in French Lick? Savoring each mouth-watering bite on their outdoor patio and courtyard. Enhance your 33 Brick Street dining experience by taking in the open air during these warm months. Their patio and courtyard, featuring a fire pit, is perfect for special occasions or events, including wedding receptions, anniversaries, birthdays, and more. They can even design a special menu for your event. Make your reservations by calling 33 Brick Street at 936-3370. That's 936-3370. 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick, good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
Hi, this is Lynn at Reeser Chiropractic Center. The shopping is done, the kids are back in school, football's just starting. Mom, you need a break, a time just to relax and unwind. Call for an appointment with one of our board-certified massage therapists and let her help you get back into shape. But if it's not just sore muscles, you will want to see Dr. Lolita. She has your back. For your appointment, call 723-2277. That's Reeser Chiropractic Center. We'll be waiting for your call.
A salute to the Blackhawks from Tony Robbins and the construction crew at TRC Construction in French Lick for concrete work, land clearing, and site work, driveways, foundations, patios, and sidewalks. Call TRC Construction 653-7007.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301 or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. Sign up for a Jones Reward card and for gas discounts at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
Score big with the region's best internet deal for the best speed. Here's some great news. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or data caps. So if you're tired of reading the fine print on internet speed, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School football.
Catch all the action of Blackhawk and IU sports on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Mike Hamilton along with Kevin Mills back at Braves Field here in Tecumseh, where the Hawks have just put the finishing touches on their second victory of the year, a 22-7 victory over the Tecumseh Braves. And indeed, the Hawks won this one certainly with the defense. They were outstanding all night long, except for one drive that the Braves had late first quarter and early second. The Hawks were able to shut them down. They had Tecumseh pinned back deep in their own territory early on in the third quarter. Braves elected to throw a screen pass, and boy, was Drake Terry ever ready. He picked it off and just had to literally walk into the end zone for the pick six that gave the Hawks the 14-7 lead, and Hawks had a couple of more opportunities and finally were able to punch it in on a nifty little 39-yard scamper by the quarterback Cole Cooper that put them up by 2 scores, and then Tecumseh just simply ran out of time. But again, when your defense is out on the field as much as Tecumseh's was tonight, and we talked about that, it was 16-8 time of possession in Valley's favor in the first half, Kevin, and would you believe it repeated itself in the second half? So 32 of the 48 minutes, Valley was in possession of football tonight.
That's just a lot of work on Tecumseh defense, you know, and Valley has been able to control the ball a lot this year at times, but that's just, you know, if you're only going to have the ball 16 minutes, you're going to have to be scoring, you know, every other drive to be able to stay in the ball game. And Valley was basically, you know, at halftime, I'd mentioned I thought it was an even game. I wasn't for sure. As Tecumseh did have one drive where they made it look so easy that you thought they'd probably put another drive together during the game, but they weren't able to. And, you know, as a credit to Valley's defense, that second half, they were able to completely shut down that middle part of the game where they were running in right over top their center. And anytime they tried to go in sideways, and when they threw it, we had just as good a chance, really, of catching it as they did. So Valley's pressure on defense and being able to control the ball offensively is the difference in the game. I thought, you know, our offensive line continues to play solid play, and you know, you have 2 road games, and you come away with victories there, and you go to Perry next week. So it's an opportunity for the Hawks to, you know, pick up. I think you know, I think they got a 50-50 chance to go to Perry next week and get the win. This will give our kids even more confidence. And the other thing, Mike, I think is a big key. We're staying healthy. I mean, I don't think we got one of our linemen that's out a little bit. He may be back next week, but overall, all the players are staying healthy, and you know they're getting ready to play their best football. Looks like toward the end of the season.
All right, our post-game show is just beginning here from Braves Field in Tecumseh. When we come back, we'll recap the scoring. We also hope to have some reaction from head coach Mark Hammond. All that comes up next. Again, your final, Springs Valley over Tecumseh, 22-7 on the Fast City scoreboard. We'll return after we pause for these words.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
A message from Spring Valley Meadows and Prince Lake.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lake, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley football coach Mark Hammond, thanking you, our fans, for your continued support of Blackhawks football all season long.
First I heard it.
I hope Coach remembered doing that probably a couple of years ago. Back again at Tecumseh High School, 22-7 Valley, a 15-point victor over the Braves as they improved to 2-5 on the year, sending the Braves to a 2-5 record as well. Let's recap how the scoring went. The Hawks had a nice opening drive. They got down as far as the 25-yard line of Tecumseh before a penalty set them back. Tecumseh was able to take over, but the Hawks gave a preview of how solid their defense would be all night with a 3-and-out. The Hawks took the ball back after a 30-yard punt at their own 35-yard line. Needed just 6 plays and 65 yards in a little over 2.5 minutes with their workhorse, Jackson Land, going to work. It's on the move. Hand off. Jackson Land again. Oh, big counter play. Breaks to the outside. He's to the 10, 5. And does he get in? Yes. Touchdown, Springs Valley. Hawks then went for 2, but Cole Cooper's pass a little bit high as he overthrew Amaneka. Still, though, with 48 seconds to go in the opening quarter, the Hawks had a 6-0 lead. The Braves would come back, and boy, did they, the one time tonight that they really manhandled Valley's defense, put together a nice 8-play, 67-yard drive in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Griffin Tooley with a quarterback keeper around left end, punched it in with 9:07 to go. Dylan Simmons was able to add the extra point. That's where we went to the locker room with the Hawks trailing by 1 at 7-6. More of the outstanding defense by Valley, as on Tecumseh's first possession, they forced a fumble. The Hawks recovered. Valley could not do anything with it. A 3-and-out. And then on some controversy on a fumble that I think the Hawks recovered. I'm not sure. We'll ask Coach what the officials told them here momentarily. But at any rate, Tecumseh had to start back deep in their own territory. And on a 2nd and 10, the Braves tried an ill-advised screen pass.
See if we can force them into a turnover.
Julie out the shotgun. Going to throw the screen pass. It's intercepted. Touchdown, Springs Valley. I believe it was Drake Terry. Jumped right in front of Travis Parker on the screen pass. And the Hawks have regained the lead. That coming at the, if I can find my sheet here, the... I know I had it here somewhere. There it is. The 7:12 mark of the third quarter, and then Jackson was able to run it in for the 2-point conversion to make it 14-6. And Hawks would continue to move the football, but it wasn't until late in the fourth quarter that they were finally able to really put this one away, thanks to their quarterback making a nice little run. 3rd and short, in motion is Land. Cooper keeps the football. He's got a big hole. Breaks to the outside. There he goes. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Springs Valley. That 39-yard scamper came with just 3:08 left to go. And then Jackson Land back in there at quarterback, took the snap for the 2-point conversion and powered his way over the right side in to make it 22-7. And then the Hawks made sure that there would be no comeback as Cole Cooper was able to intercept a Griffin Tooley pass with 1:44 remaining, and the Hawks were simply able to run out the rest of the time to preserve the victory. So a solid win tonight for Valley as they win it by a final count of 22-7. And Coach Mark Hammond joining us now. There you go, Coach. You get a little bit of chance to relive things, but what an effort tonight. And I don't think there's any doubt while your offense did a lot of nice things tonight, this one was won by the defense.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, Mike. I tell you, we been trying to get better and better every week with our defense. They've been playing pretty strong, and these last couple 2 or 3 weeks, I felt like we've been really dialed in, and like I said, we was talking out there in the huddle. That's a lot of credit to the coaching staff, but also the younger guys, the JV guys. They run scout offense for us all week, and they're doing a great job of helping us, the varsity defense, understand what the other team's doing. Now, we can't simulate the speed and things like that they might do, but the little nuances of their offense. But I think you're seeing the last couple weeks for sure our defense playing a lot better because those younger guys are preparing us, and that's what we've talked about. Throughout the season, I don't know if we're a team that can put up 30, 40 points every week, but again, if we can grind it away and keep the other team out of the end zone, then that sets up well for us as we go in the future of the ball, or further in the ball game.
Before we get Coach Mills talking shop with you, I want to go back to that play where it looked like Tecumseh fumbled and we recovered the football. It ended up working out, but tell us what the officials told you on that particular play, because at that time the game was still very much in doubt.
For sure. And, he came over and, like I said, we felt like he had been missing, they'd been missing some calls, of course, in the first half and everything. And then, we were talking to him, and then all of a sudden the ball comes out really clear, ball's out on the ground. We recover. Our kids are excited. We're getting ready to run our offense. And they come over, and the first thing he said is, "Coach, you're not going to like this." And I'm like, that's never good. So he said they had an inadvertent whistle, which I did not hear, but apparently they did. And
I did not think about that, but it makes sense now.
And I was a little upset. Somebody had a little horn over here, too, that I'd hear once in a while that wasn't on the field. So I don't know if that, Anyway, bottom line, I didn't think I heard it. He said it's the offense, or I guess we go back to who has offense, they could take the play or replay it. Right. So once again, so like you said, I didn't have to like it, but that's where we were. And then we had some issue with the yard marker had already moved up, and we had to, so I was trying to cover the bases on all of that, and luckily it just didn't hurt us in the long run. But that was the explanation I got.
Parker, I think, got 17 of the 21 yards he needed, but it left him short, and Jeff Daming didn't take a chance there, and they punted, and we were able to finally cash in.
Coach, Mike was telling me, or maybe before you got here, you may have been here, the time of possession, was
32 to 16.
32 to 16.
It duplicated it. It was 16-8 in the first half, and did it again in the second half. Yeah.
And Coach, I really think that this is probably our best style of football right now.
I
control the football, and it makes our defense better. And I think that's the side that we are. We've got all our athletes get to play on the defense, and then our line strong. Right. And I wanted to mention probably one of the biggest plays of the night was when Justin Chipman, I don't if he was shooting the gap or whatever, but he just made a great play in the backfield. They had 3rd and a yard, and it turned it 3rd and 6, and put Tecumseh in a bad situation when they were still in the game. Right. I think the score was 14-7 at the time, and it was just a big play there. And the turnovers, our defense is starting to cause more turnovers, and it's really complimenting both sides of the football.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Coach, you've seen it. You've been around football a long time, and that's where we felt like going into the game into the season that our offensive line would be one of our strengths, and it's turning out that way. We got Colton Reynolds and Nicky Jones, anchoring those tackles, and then Nate Hamilton and Caleb McCracken there at the guards, and Cam Grandstaff in there at center, and then we can't leave out, of course, Eamon Acuff being tight end, and Justin Shipman goes in there when we do a little unbalanced. But that's where we thought we'd be strong, and so as we went on the season, it's like, hey guys, this is who we are. We need to be able to pound the ball, take 3 or 4 yards, 4 or 5 yards, and hopefully at the end of the game, those will turn into bigger plays. And like I said, that's our offense right now. And then defensively, I was talking to Justin out there. That was a big play. You saw Coach. And he's got the freedom. He's played linebacker enough for us that he has a little freedom to, he sees a gap, he goes, gets it. We knew, who they're going to. We knew their plays. I mean, like I said, and he does a great job of film study, and he was able to make a play right there, a big play in the ball game. So, and I think I love our defensive backfield. What we have 2 or 3 picks again tonight, and those guys are getting, ball hawks probably could have had another one, but like I said, they're doing a great job of focusing in all week and making these plays now.
I want to mention, you mentioned Camden, your center, and does he do your long snapping too?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, he does a heck of a job.
Yes,
I mean, you're always going to have 1 or 2 during maybe a game or maybe every other game, but boy, just to be able to go through the game and get the ball, when you're 4 or 5 yards back there and you're getting the ball back to Cole, about perfect every time. That really makes that offense run better, and it's really a benefit for the team. And like we've already mentioned, we mentioned your linemen. Like I said, we feel like they've been playing better. Your backs are getting better also. I tell you,
for sure.
And there's all 4 of them. They all run hard, and they're doing a nice job of hanging on to football. So
I agree.
They're doing a heck of a job there. Every once in a while, they'll go in motion at the same time. But,
that about drove me crazy out there. But yeah, Coach, I couldn't agree with you more. Going with going back to Grandstaff. I mean, he's a kid that loves football. I mean, he'll be sending me texts of O-line blocking at the Notre Dame. He's a big Notre Dame fan, so he'll be showing me highlights that he sees on their line. So he studies. He studies the game really well, like I said, he loves football, and that's his passion. And he's one of the leaders up there in that front line for sure. Even though he's a junior, we're going to be definitely glad to have him back. And the other place I'm proud of Cam is he's really stepped up defensively, playing defensive end for us. He's not always the quickest guy, but I'm going to tell you what, he's always knows what's going on and in the right position. So I'm a center back in the day, so I love those centers, and Cam is a good one we got, and glad he's on our team. And then, our backs, that's probably the biggest change I've seen in our backs over the course of the season is they understand where we're at now, and they're understanding to put their head down and get those tough yards, where maybe earlier in the year we wasn't maybe trying to get maybe we're trying to go outside a little more, or trying to make a big play, but Jackson, we tell him we don't care who it is, but Jackson, we was liking the left side a lot more, and Jackson was on that right, and he kept pounding it, and he's real elusive in there. I don't know how he gets through some of those cracks that he gets through there and makes him play, but again, all those backs are doing a nice job. Colby Lowe, Curtis, Cooper running well tonight, George, Dickey, I think all those guys had nice runs tonight, so again, it goes offensive line, but again, those guys are buying into what we're doing, and it's a good thing to see.
Yeah, I think this week it was a quick game, and I'd say next week against Perry will be another quick one.
We've been in those before, haven't we, Coach?
So we know that. Quick one. Good luck next week against Perry.
All right, appreciate that, Coach Mills.
Coach, we seem to have this fixation on these third down conversions. Remember last week, 0 for 9.
There you go. Tonight,
let's just say the kids did it slightly better.
All right.
How does 9 out of 13?
9 for 13. There you go. You tell me that before the game, I say we win, right?
All right. But we had almost 300 yards rushing tonight, and again, when you have that corral of running backs, another great night. 19 carries, 127 yards unofficially for Jackson, and then Cooper with that run ended up with 71, and then Jordan and Colby and Colton all getting their opportunities to work as well. But give credit to the guys down in the trenches, that offensive line doing a great job. And like I said, I thought the only time that Tecumseh really dominated, he was on their scoring drive. But after that, you guys settled down and really took control of things.
And now he was upset because we told them, that's their, one of their big plays. You would think with some of their speed they might try to get outside a little more, but they don't. They pull wrap that guard around and make it a little tough on us. And our Acuff and Shipman in there was just getting a little bit lost, and then our line, I think, was adjusting during that drive to that play. So I think we talked about it at halftime. We changed it just a little bit, pinched them a little bit more. Kind of made a minor adjustment, and I thought Nicky Jones came out and played a really good that second half on both sides of the ball. But Colton Reynolds, all those guys did. But I thought Nicky was fired up and back the way he was looking at the end of last year. So,
all righty. A Perry Central team next week that beat these guys, I think, 35-7 here a couple of weeks ago. So Greg has them playing pretty well down there right now.
Yeah, we kind of knew last year they had some young talent, and we thought they might be another year away. But like you said, they're playing really well right now. I was able to go up last week. They played Eastern Green on a Saturday, and got to watch them. And of course, they're big and physical, like a lot of these teams. And the quarterback, I think he's only a sophomore, but he does a real nice job running the offense. And again, they got 2 or 3 different backs that they can kind of change up on you and change speeds on you. So, and then of course they got the James kid out wide. So it's going to be another battle. We was able to get up on them last year and hang on to the victory. And like I said, we always know when we go down to Perry, it's going to be a tough battle. But like I said, hopefully our kids got the momentum going in the right way right now, and we're up for the challenge.
They're literally turning into road warriors.
There you go. There we go.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. Have a safe trip back to French Lick, and we'll see you down in Leopold next Friday night.
Well, like I said, we appreciate everybody coming down here. We hope everybody has a safe trip back home, and let's hope we can keep this thing rolling.
All right,
Coach, they've really upgraded their facility there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is nice out here. I tell you, this is kind of still getting it finished, but it's going to be a really nice place to come and visit. Yeah, they've done a nice job down here, and of course that's one place we don't. They have all this land out here to expand and do, and we're kind of locked where we're at. But again, the field held up great with all the rain they've had and everything. So we appreciate the hospitality down here. So again, everybody safe travels home, and we'll see everybody next week.
All right, sounds good, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
That is Mark Hammond, the head coach of the Springs Valley Blackhawks, joining us after the contest tonight as Valley defeats Tecumseh here tonight by a final count of 22-7. Let's run through some of the numbers. We're going to go on Valley's side here. I think Coach Mills still wants to talk shop with Coach Hammond here, and certainly so. After a nice victory like this, we'll get some of the Tecumseh stats here in a little bit. But Valley ends up with 312 yards of total offense tonight, 290 of those on the ground. Some great nights for a lot of guys. Jackson Land leading the way, 19 carries, 127 yards. Cole Cooper, 11 carries for 71 yards, and that touchdown. Jackson had one score as well. For Colby Lowe, 7 carries for 37 yards, 7 carries as well for Jordan Curtis for 34 yards, 4 for 14 yards for Colton Dickey, and Adam George carried 1 time for a total of 7. In the passing department, Cole Cooper was 3 out of 5 for 22 yards. All 3 of those receptions going to Jackson Land. The Hawks had 17 first downs tonight. That may be a season high for them. 15 on the ground, 2 through the air, none by penalty, as we talked about with Coach Hammond. 9 out of 13 on third down conversion, so much improved in that category. But again, Kevin, as we talked about, Hawks were picking up 5, 6, 7 yards on first down. So when you're setting up with a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, it makes those third down opportunities a lot more manageable.
And like we're getting off, like you mentioned, the time of possession. When you get 2nd and 5, and you're giving the ball to 4 or 5 different backs, and before you know it, you've had the ball for 6 or 7 minutes, and I think that's as we talked to Coach Hammond, I think that's our best option right now is hang on to the football, keep away from turnovers, and keep that score in the under 20. And I think the Hawks are going to come away with be able to be very competitive and have a shot at winning these last 2 ball games, and then get ready for the sectional.
As we mentioned, Valley had 2 turnovers tonight. Both of those were interceptions of Cole Cooper. One nearly hurt him. Skylar Golden had a pick and then ran it back about 45 yards. It really set up Tecumseh in good field position, but the Hawks were able to eventually weather that storm. Their penalties a little better tonight. Last week they had 61 yards. Tonight, 5 penalties for 31 yards. But as we talked about, they always seem magnified because they come when Valley's in the midst of a drive, sometimes occurring a lot in the red zone. 2 punts tonight for Cole Cooper, just 36 yards total, so he only averaged 18. So I know he's probably disappointed with that, and we'll work on that here in the coming week. As we told you, the time of possession, 32:01 to 15:59, so virtually a 2-to-1 advantage here for the Blackhawks over the Braves. Tecumseh here as Coach Mills continues to work out some of the numbers. 147 yards on the ground and just 23 through the air as they held Griffin Tooley to just 5 out of 13, 5 completions and 13 attempts with 2 interceptions tonight for 23 yards, so only 170 yards of total offense tonight for Tecumseh. So Valley nearly doubled it up on them here tonight.
Yeah, the only back. Parker ran the ball 17 times for 101 yards, and he's a legitimate back. He's just a sophomore, and he'll be a handful these next 2 years. And besides that, we had mentioned that's basically most of the yards they got. They had a couple of catches by the receivers. The quarterback made one real nice throw across the middle for reception. But besides that, offensively, the Hawks were able to shut Tecumseh down for most of the game.
All righty. Did you figure out first downs for them?
First downs, they did have 9 first downs, 8 by run, 1 by pass.
Okay. They were just 2 of 7 on third downs and 1 out of 3 on fourth downs, as we mentioned. 3 turnovers, so the Hawks win the battle of the takeaways 3-2. 2 interceptions tonight. Cole Cooper had 1. Of course, Drake Terry had the pick 6. And then the fumble recovery, I think Colton Dickey was the one that fell on top of that for the Hawks there. 4 penalties tonight for Tecumseh for a total of 25 yards. Dylan Simmons punted just once tonight. That was for a total of 30 yards. But it's the 4th straight victory in the series now for the Hawks. So Valley comes in, first time they ever play on this brand new field here at the high school. They win. So not only have they beaten Tecumseh 4 straight times, they've beaten them twice now here in Linville, and now lead in the overall series at 19-16. As we talked about, this has always, Kevin, been a very competitive series. There have been some years where Valley has really dominated, others where Tecumseh has, but I think it's a great series and two teams that should continue to play one another year in and year out.
Yeah, it's about an hour drive, Mike, down here, and it has. It's been a really good series. They've had, some really good football teams. Of course, Valley's had some, and, there's been some good battles. When both teams are real good, you're going to get a heck of a game. And, I think they're trying to build, Tecumseh is from, the new facilities. And, their numbers were pretty decent. I think they've got about 35 to 38 players. And Valley, both schools have good numbers for Class A. And we may face them again in the sectional, Mike, and be interesting there if we get a shot at them maybe in about 3 weeks from now.
Should be a lot of fun. We'll know a week from Sunday, not this weekend, but next weekend, the tournament draw for the Hawks.
It'd be nice for the Hawks to get a good draw, one where maybe you get, North Central and we got Eastern Green in the same bracket, maybe play each other first game and then take our chances with everybody else.
Sure. One more item of business to get in. Matt Cooper and the team of surveyors and engineers at BRCJ Incorporated are proud of our young leaders that excel between the lines and in the classroom. BRCJ salutes the parents, teachers, and coaches for their support of these activities because life is a team sport. So the Hawks get their second win of the year, and Kevin, this one even more important than last week. Certainly Tecumseh a little bit stronger team than what Crawford County was, so much more of a quality win, and that's not to take anything away from Jeremy Reynolds and his team. He is working hard with that unit, and we look for a lot better things coming out of Crawford County here. But this brave team, even Coach Jeff Daming said his team had been improving over the last couple of weeks despite losses to Perry Central and West Washington. So the Hawks come in here and beat a team that's probably playing their best football of the year, and now they'll face another tough task next Friday night down in Leopold.
I think an example of that they're probably making improvements is to lose the time of possession 32 to 16 and still, get beat a couple touchdowns is an indication that they just got to get better. I think their offensive line's got to do a little better job. They do a good job. You run straight ahead, but they really struggle when they have to go outside. But Valley does. Valley's got athletes that can, if you try to go the corner on them, they come up quick and they're going to make plays. And I think they attacked Valley where probably, even though our defensive line is one of our strongest areas, it's still, if you hit us quick with the ball, sometimes they'll get through that first line defense and then they'll get some yards. But, I think we'll see next week a totally different type of game where both, of course, Perry's going to be stronger and bigger. Their size, they're always got great size, and, even though they haven't been probably on the level they were 4 or 5 years ago, they're still going to be a solid team. I know their quarterback, their young quarterback's good, and they got some young kids coming.
All right. What say we vamoose before they kill the lights on us again like they did last week, and get ready for another fun week next Friday night down at Perry Central.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, we'll go Friday night, and like I said, the Hawks have a good bus ride home.
Here tonight, Jackson Land, a 23-yard run. Cole Cooper, a 39-yard scamper, sandwiched around a Drake Terry 2-yard interception pick six. As the Hawks dominated defensively, holding Tecumseh to just one score tonight. The Hawks beat the Braves for the fourth consecutive time in the series, the second time down here in a row in Linville. They improved to 2-5 now on the year as Tecumseh drops to 2-5 as well. The Hawks will try to make it 3 straight next Friday night when they head down to Leopold to take on the Perry Central Commodores. More on that in just a moment. By the way, we mentioned something about the volleyball team doing no worse than a share of the conference title. We want to wish our cross-country squad the very best. Their PLAC is down at Crawford County tomorrow morning. So for Derek Freeman's boys and girls teams, good luck in your bid for conference titles. there.
Good luck. And, guys that go out and run, they're going to be running tomorrow morning. It'll be a little cool for them, but it'll probably feel pretty good.
I like it, yeah. After the heat we've had, I would say. Well, as always, we're grateful to our many advertisers who have allowed us to bring this game into your home car business, wherever you might be tuning in, and we're especially appreciative of the cooperation we've received from our participating schools. So we send a thank you to the administration and coaches for both Springs Valley and Tecumseh High Schools. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast as much as it has been our pleasure and privilege to bring it to you. Program reminders, IU football coming your way tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock pregame, noon kickoff. The Hoosiers in New Jersey to take on the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers, so don't miss that one. And then make sure you're with us. Our next sports chat will be on Wednesday night. It'll be the Orleans edition. Of course, before that will be our final regular season volleyball broadcast, senior night at the Hawks Nest, as the Lady Volleyballers welcome in Salem as Lauren Orr and Caitlin Reynolds play their final home matches of their respective outstanding careers. And then be sure you're with Kevin and me next Friday night. We'll be down in Leopold as the Hawks take on TLAC rival Perry Central. Kickoff, like this week, 7:30, with our broadcast coverage to begin at 7:05. For our studio engineer this evening, Adam Hole, and for Kevin Mills, this is Mike Hamilton, bidding you a fine and pleasant farewell from Braves Field at Tecumseh High School in Linville. For once again, the final score on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard was the Springs Valley Blackhawks 22, the Tecumseh Braves 7. This is Springs Valley High School football.
WFLQ, the sports voice of the Valley, thanks you for listening to tonight's presentation of Springs Valley High School football. Tonight's game's been brought to you by Smithville, now offering DSL and fast internet service to customers. Another way to serve you better. Sullivan Financial, Raymond James & Associates Investments, Highway 60 and 9th Street in Mitchell. Reeser Chiropractic in Paoli, the natural way to good health. Rolling Tire and Auto on the Boulevard in West Baden. Springs Valley Meadows, formerly Medco, Highway 145 in French Lick. 33 Brick Street, good food and a legendary atmosphere in downtown French Lick. And by Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, with offices in French Lick, Jasper, and Paoli. You can best show your appreciation for this broadcast by telling and patronizing our sponsors. Tune in all season long to hear Springs Valley High School football here on your power station for sports, Q100, WFLQ French Lick.